Hello, everybody. What's good? Man, so I got a lot of my Western province stuff kind of done, except for I just got to do my pest control and I got to do my chompy bird. So we'll get that going. Got to do one round of each, novice, intermediate, and then veteran for the pest control. Yeah, it was good chat. Like, good to see you, man. Good to see you dancing. Good to see you, Nim. Vibes are all right. It's been chill. I'm fucking just exhausted, dude. And it's like, it's weird. It's like, do I go live for like 3 hours? Like, I guess, because I just can't really stream. It's just, yeah, like I said, I've said it in the Discord or whatever, and I hate because, like, again, like I'm almost like starting out things negative. Maybe just like more positive and kind of like grays, uh, keep the vibes up. But yeah, like just been tired, been dealing with a lot of stuff. So and just like life in general, right? So I'm busy from like 6 a.m. to like 9 p.m. And then it's like, okay, 9 p.m. to like midnight. I could stream 3 hours, and then then I'm up at like six again. So like 6 hours sleep, not the worst, not the best, not the most preferable. I've been operating on like 4 to 6 hours of sleep for the past like year though. So I kind of would like I don't know. I kind of would like to just get a little. It's just not healthy, overall, and like you know, not that it hasn't like it's done well for me or whatever to a degree. Not like it's been like I'm just killing myself for nothing. But I definitely think I need to just get like on a little bit more normal of a schedule. And right now, just with everything taken care of, sick family member, the stream schedule is just it's a little I just yeah. Like I just described, I'm busy basically the entire day until they go to bed at like 9. So busy. Yeah, the fucking little bit of WoW lo-fi. That's the other part too, is like I do want to play some World of Warcraft like it's weird, like I do want to play and like RuneScape's always going to be here and all the different stuff and whatever. My character's set up enough where like I can kind of just be doing, my little chores here and there with like my herb lore and my farming, that stuff. Um I try to do like at least one herb run a day. I lack a little bit here and there. I kind of go through like phases um with the herb lore stuff. I feel like I I'm sure a lot of people are like this too when they're doing like their Ironman farm run. Like, you know, a little while you're like on it and you're doing it every day and all that kind of shit. And then like you'll miss like 3, 4, 5 days. It's been good though, because like my anima plant like died at the same time. So it wasn't like I was missing out on anything. I do need to farm up a bunch more giant seaweed, and I have, the mounted dig site in my house, so I just need to kind of remember to do that. I think I even have the agility to use the shortcut like straight down there. Like, let me look at the map real. Oh, I'm in Prifnit. Whatever. Um, Yo, Lady Fiera, I fucking love seeing you, dude. For real, I really do. I love seeing everyone. I really do. But like, I don't know. I feel like Lady Fiera I see in like everyone's chat, so I'm happy to see her in my chat. Yeah, I will, Chadley. I appreciate that. Trying to. That's the thing is like just kind of keep your head up. Just fucking press on all the different cliches and all that shit. You almost never done anything other than fruit tree runs because you're mega lazy. Well, like funnily enough, I kind of stopped doing my fruit tree runs except for like I left my palm trees up and I'm just farming them for coconut. Ooh, I do have some teak trees ready, so I have like 92 farming though. So like kind of hardly matters. Like, 99 farming will be cool for like the skill cape, for the abilities, teleports, um, and just farming level to like get more herbs and stuff. But I feel like the difference between 92 to 99, I don't know. I'm just saying this because like I feel like I've seen on like little different things, but I feel like the difference isn't that much for like harvesting and like getting herbs and stuff. I'm sure it adds up and all that kind of stuff, but I'm not like missing out necessarily by not being like 99. And at the end of the day, like you get 99 by farming, so like there's going to be an amount of farming that you won't have like at 99 or whatever. And like I don't know, it's just like not even like a priority for me. I feel like farming levels. I'm just doing it for like the herb lore shit. And my herb lore is kind of in a nice spot too, where 83, like I feel like the next milestone is like, let's see, I guess this anti venom plus, right? That's a 94, so that'd be like 89 plus like a 5 boost, 90 plus a 4. Otherwise, yeah, super combats at 90, so 86, which is really not that far off. 83 to 86. Like dude, I have so honestly, like I have so many herbs. Um and I have so much pace to go through. This thing, dude, like, I talk about wanting to play WoW, it's all this other stuff. I yeah, I have 85 banked in mixology and all these little kind of don't even like want to make these little potions. Oh, weird. Oh, that's all right. I don't want to like make these potions even. Well, I guess you know what? The Harlander, I feel like is making Harlander into Harlander tar kind of troll. I feel like it's not. I feel like kind of like it might as well. It's really good EXP. I feel like that's like a good way to kind of spend that. Um, Someone was saying you could buy Belladonna from somewhere. Can you do that and like make potions? Because I would be down for that. Because if you can buy Belladonna, it doesn't seem like you. Oh, maybe Nightshade is what I'm gonna look. Shade. Oh, you know what it was, dude? The guy was fucking with me. Now I fucking remember, dude. The shit was at like 6 or 7 a.m. and I was just like hanging out on Twitch, listening with my earbuds, and then like I was typing every now and then. I was like, oh yeah, I've only been focusing because I was talking to LMGD. I was like, yeah, I only been farming, not only been, but I've been focusing like cactus spine, nightshade, coconuts, because I can like make the weapon poison, and that's super like renewable and pretty high EXP. And my goggles and amulet or whatever have like whichever one it saves the thing. I think it's the goggles. Um, it can save both of them, so it can kind of like extend it out a little bit more. Um, for how much EXP I get. So Belladonna is actually a pretty nice one to grow. And it's pretty easy to hit up after your Falador patch. Kind of walk a little bit like northeast. Tar's good? Okay. Yeah, I might just make up all that tar from the Harlander because like I don't really need to like make it into the paste. I'm pretty sure the Mox paste. I don't think I got like enough of that from all the rest of the shit. And dude, I was thinking even because like I do want to get 99 untrimmed Hunter. You know, I want Hunter to be my first 99. I was thinking about sending just like a dick load of herbivore. Uh, because like you actually get hella herbs out of it, and like pretty decent ones, dude. You can get like some Snapdragon, Raynar. What's the other one? Like I feel like Dwarfweed and Torstall. Like you can get some pretty high level fucking herbs. You get a shit ton of the low level like Guam and Terramin and shit or whatever, right? But otherwise, like you're kind of chilling. I appreciate it, Nimmons, for real, man. And that's why I'm trying to keep you guys a little bit just updated here and there on Discord, where it's like, you know, here's how I'm feeling, here's what I'm thinking, here's what I'm kind of like working on. Let me go. I'm just going right here. Might as well do this. Right now, I'm just making some cannonballs just because it's just like an easy thing to do while we're talking or whatever. Since I'm kind of crystal big. Since I'm kind of monologuing a little bit. Drop, 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 drop. Crystal Signet? Nah. Hey, for rune scimitars though. We take those. It's funny. Squirrel. Hey, that's 61K though right there. I tell you what, Bubba. Ain't for nothing. You're gonna do what to herbivore? Fucking A. No, yeah. So, um, yeah, I've been thinking about sending up some herbivore. I did like a few hunter rumors or whatever, and my block list is actually like pretty good. Like it's all like high EXP stuff and pretty like easy and close to get to. Um I don't know, just like for whatever reason I just got kind of bored of it. Um I think honestly it's because like I was just kind of like opening the sacks as I go, and each sack is kind of like not that great for loot. It really feels good, and it's how I used to do it, where you stack up like 50 bags or like 100 bags or something. Um, I saw today I actually did like my 400th rumor or some shit though for the thing, so that's kind of cool. Done 400 hunter rumors so far. Actually, spirit trees are nice, but they may be making those more evenly distributed soon. Yeah, for like 99 hunter or not hunter farming. Um, yeah, when you're 99, you'd have like unlimited spirit trees or some shit. Right now, I have two, Brimhaven and um, Farming Guild. So those feel pretty good. I was thinking about too, dude, even like TOA to get coconut milk, because surely I'll get like just a shit ton if I'm doing solo, right? I'll just have like coconut milk for days. And then, you know, cactus spine plus the belladonna. Like, and the belladonna, like, you get, each time like you harvest, you get like 12 to like 24 or some shit. So you end up stacking up a lot of it, and then the cactus spines, like it's really, or it's either it's no, it's red spider eggs. So that's why it's super good because it's nightshade, or fucking coconut milk, and then or is it red spider eggs? I'll have to see. Whatever it is, it's super attainable. Like red spider eggs in the Tower of Life, it's so easy. You just like arty cloak, use piety, fuck up the spiders. I even drink just like a regular ass combat potion because I have like hundreds of them made. Um, it's just kind of free to use. Fucked up this morning, wasn't focusing on remaining XP at Wintertot, ding 99. Ooh, fuck, Chitteroo. I'm always scared about that shit, dude. Like, genuinely, I feel like it's gonna happen to me where I'll just be like doing some shit and then I'll ding like 99 health and I'll be like, oh shit, you know? Because I would like to get, untrimmed hunter. Like, hunter's kind of been my thing, you know. Only recently did anything surpass its level with, farming only being 92. And I was doing one hunter rumor today, the Teku salamanders, and I was actually kind of surprised at like the EXP. It's like 300 per drop, and they're pretty quick drops of EXP. Like the lizard spam with the salamanders is pretty nice. I feel like there could have been like a better spot for it though. I feel like I just kind of like went to the default spot that like isn't great. So we got 4,400 cannonballs, more like, 5,400-ish, 5,300-ish, because this last little inventory, it's pretty good, not too shabby. Definitely want to use those cannonballs. We need to get back into a little bit of Slayer and stuff. And I think I might even start to use Neve and set up my block list on her. But that's the thing is like, I've been kind of boosting my points. Like, pretty sure I can just like check it like this. So yeah, I have 189 tasks in a row with I'm currently on a task that's going to give like 90 points or whatever because it's with Kuradel. Also, I feel like is the music super loud? No, it's at like a pretty good level. Um, so I'm going to get like 830 points and then I'm going to boost up to, 199 and then I'll do my 200th task at Konar. That way I get like a lot of points for the 100th task. Cause yeah, I want to get that done. I made up a bunch of brutal arrows for the chompy birds too. Let's get ready and go over to pest control. I think I'm just gonna use my crystal armor. What do you guys think? I think I'm just gonna go crystal armor and yeah. I think like technically melee is like pretty good in there. So I could go like full blood moon. Maybe I could even bring in just a swap, because I think the portals I feel like they're like weak to melee or like the style changes or something. But I think Bofa is just kind of good enough where it's like free anyway. You know what I mean? But I'm not like entirely certain. Definitely open to suggestions. Man, I do have a lot of potions. Like, you know, for an Ironman, it's a pretty good stack just because I haven't really been using them, right? My prayer pots. I really do need to do mixology, get the potion storage, and get the chugging barrel. But, 1,200 prayer pots, 700 super attacks, and that's with some divines, kind of, I guess only like 30 divines. 694 Cerebrus, super restores, 400 of those, 800 super defenses, fucking still got a bunch of wines of Zamorak. I went and just like got 500 of them like one afternoon. It takes like a little while, like it's not entirely free. I should be getting some more from PVM here soon enough. But yeah, potions looking good. Materials looking good. 80 Raynar fucking weeds right there. And I still have like 20 something seeds or something. I've been kind of mixing in some of the other shit plus miscellanea. 1,200 limpworts, 400 white berries, 200 poison ivies. So yeah, it was the poison ivy and the nightshade. That's what it was. And then it was red spider eggs and cactus spine, which are both like very, very sustainable. And then coconut milk, to make different weapon poisons. Um, and I'm pretty sure I know it works for like the nightshade and the poison ivy or whatever the fuck, because like it said on the wiki. But I'm pretty sure it works for like the red spider eggs and cactus spine too, when you're making these weapon poisons. To save the secondary with your prescription goggles. So that's pretty nice. I do want to do like a little bit more Zulrah, but honestly, dude, and like I don't know. I was just thinking about it. I was feeling it out, and then I did some of it offline. Even it's like, dude, I don't like the loot. I was talking with somebody, and they're like, "Oh, it's so good for irons and stuff." It's weird because like it's good loot for irons like early on, like flax for crafting. Like I'm past that. And like the herbs, dude, I don't know. I don't get herbs ever. 1 in 124, like yeah, fuck off. And like it's really not that many herbs. Like I don't know. The seeds, I swear I don't really get seeds either. Like what I get from like this is what I think of when I think of Zulrah. It's snakeskin, pure essence, adamant bars, and shark lures. Like and grapes. Sorry, and grapes. Uh it just I don't know. Maybe I need to like kind of swap a ring of wealth at the end or some shit to try and like cheese a little bit of the loot table here, but yeah, I don't know. Zulrah to me just kind of seems like it really just seems like go for the uniques. Um, it just felt like a lot of materials like that I was using because I don't know. Now I went and caught some more fish or whatever, but it just felt like I was using a bunch of shit, and I shopscaped a little bit of potato with cheese as well, but it felt like I was using like a full inventory of food like per kill basically. Um, Also, I think I'm not gonna use fucking uh I don't know the thralls. I feel like it like doesn't even make the kill shorter, and I just end up having to like use the moonlight moth versus not having to use one. Soon I'll be able to like boost for vengeance from so I could and should just go like lunar spellbook cure me plus vengeance, and then you know do that whole thing. I feel like kind of makes sense. Press control is pretty free. You can take anything at this point in Excel. Makes sense. Appreciate. Yeah. I feel like yeah. I don't know. I don't think my inventory really matters. Like from memory. I haven't done pest control since I was a kid. You guys are gonna actually you guys are gonna see. Maybe I should even like kind of put that in the title, like or some shit. Fucking 'What did I don't pest control Orange County. That's funny. OSRS. 2006. That's fucking gnarly. April 2006. Some of these different things, I'm like, when I just see that, it's like, wow, like I didn't. It's interesting to think like it came out then. I feel like it came out like so much earlier. Sorry, I just like kind of more of the no lyric stuff. You got two blowpipes last week, 5 kills apart. No shit. Someone banned that guy. Oh, that's fucking dope. So that's the thing is like I feel like it's just kind of all about the uniques. I feel like I don't know. The regular loot, it just I'm not. I don't know. Personally, I'm not like impressed, and like other people are like, oh yeah, it's so great. I don't know. It's all right. Scales are mostly what you're there for besides the rare drops. Yeah, but like the scales are for the rare drops, right? So it's like you definitely want a bunch of scales or whatever, but like it's like shit, man. Um how do I know which one's which? Because I got to do a novice game. I guess it'll like say on the boat. Oh, that's yeah, novice, squire, intermediate. Okay, that's how I know. Oh, you know what? I should go to the right world. Ba-da-dum bum bum ba-da-dum bum bum ba-da-dum ba-da-dun da-da-da-dun. Ba-dun da-da-dun da-da-dun dun dun da-da-dun da-da-dun dun da-dun dun. Bum bum ba-da-dum ba-da-dum ba-dum ba-dum. Why can't I spell the word? Oh, there's only one pest control world in Germany with the Germans. Let's talk to this guy. How can I help you? Nah, I know what I'm doing. That's crazy though. We're only gonna have like if anybody needs to get their novice done. Never mind, it's only 10 seconds away. When available. There's only 2 of 3 of us. Everybody pile in all at once. Look at this guy. Giga Chad with the crystal armor. Look at this guy though. What's he rocking? Ooh, Hunter Sunlight. Killer Ice. What's he rocking there? Is that like all green d'hide shit? That looks like green d'hide, but not. And then those are like ranger boots or some shit. Dude's got some Guthix d'hide. Okay. You want to go veteran? So I need to do this for the diary first. So I got to do like one game of each. And then I got to go kill a shit ton of chompy birds. Um, and then that way, I can do like my first set of chompy kills, turn in the diary because like everything else is already done. All I have to do is, claim any chompy bird hat from the dude, plus complete the game, chompy bird, blah, blah, blah. So, next. So we go southwest. I'll just kind of follow these guys. It's west, never west. East is next. That's pretty helpful. Wish we would have had this in 2006. Southeast. Yellow portal. Yeah, we're monster mashing this shit. East. Yeah, I remember there was like something about the different like attack styles for the portals, but I feel like especially with Bofa, it's not really gonna matter so much. Yeah, it's like the novice match. Like we're just monster mashing it, 100%. Easy peasy. Okay, let me go check on one thing real quick. Looks good. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you have to do like each one once. I don't think it's like retroactive. How'd you get so many prayer pots from hunting? My bad on that dat spec. So I got all the Raynar seeds from Crystal Implings while I was doing like CG. Because I would do CG and then I would kind of take a break and like cut magic logs or whatever right there. Or I would kind of even pay attention sometimes to the time because at 5 minutes past the hour and 35 minutes past the hour, Crystal Implings spawn. So I would take advantage of that, notice the time and then do some world hopping, get a bunch of crystal implings, and they would give like 7 to 8 Raynar seeds at a time. So I had like over 100 Raynar seeds and I just pumped it out, dude. It was dope. And it's sick because I had high level hunter, so I didn't need to like carry a fucking net or anything with me. I was just bare hand that shit. So sorry, it's kind of a super late response if you're still around there, dat spec. I do kind of feel like a badass with like my crystal armor over in these different things. Because I see people, knees and nod and fighter torso and all that. And I don't know, I guess like probably good to like have non-degradable armor or whatever, like the fighter torso and all that, but shit. Dude, like I'm not running out of charges on this shit anytime soon. Both is corrupted. Fucking I have like 2,000 plus shards. Like, I don't know. I'm pretty chilling on shards. Plus, I'm sure I'll do some more CG at some point for like a little bit of money and stuff and all that kind of shit, but I think I'm kind of healthy for shards. Big 30, big 21. So next is going to be east and southeast. So we'll just kind of go straight across there afterwards. Dude, the range too on Bofa. I feel like it's not underrated because I think people do like make a point about how good it is and stuff, but fuck man, the range on Bofa is just so insane. It's so good. Like it feels like I'm a hunter in WoW where I'm just like, yeah, I'm just chilling back here, just doing my thing, doing what I do. I feel like games are gonna be pretty fucking fast even at the veteran level here. Did I watch the Winter Summit? If so, any thoughts? I haven't. That might be a nice little react to do here tonight. Fill a little bit of time and stuff. What were some of the cool things that you saw there that you liked? Anything like notable that you liked in there? Damn, I got 6 points from that? I thought you could only get like a certain I thought like 5 was the max points you could get from like a veteran match. Huh. It's not because of my combat shit, right? I don't think so. But if I got like 101 more points, I would be in like the hard one, I think, which I would then um I would get like more points or whatever from here. And I think I don't know, I feel like I could probably knock that out kind of easily. Like there's a bunch of shit that I haven't done that's like, like free to play bosses like the mole or Brofita or like whatever else, you know. Interesting. It was west first last time, and now probably southeast again. Oh, it's this one. That's the thing, Bofa range. Wasn't even paying attention. Kind of funny. I guess you could act like these little splatter mobs. I guess you could like kind of grief people if you tried hard enough. Like if you wanted to get some hardcore person killed or something, they were in here in pest control, and you and a few buddies like just group up and do all that. Damn, dude, that was so fast. 7 points there. Like, can I check like how many points I have with you? Who are you? The who? Can I join? All right. Let me just go over here. I'm pretty sure I can like exchange. I'm just curious because pretty sure I only have like 10 something points or whatever, but just want to see. Cow Boss Sailing Combat Fixes Blood Moon Rises quest. Interesting. Those all sound very interesting. A cow boss, the sailing combat fix that seemed like one that was just like kind of needed, right? Um, Void Knight Seal. Oh, is it like a fucking what is this? Next slot. Okay, yeah. I was like, what is this? I guess you got to use the gloves for the full Void Knight set, right? Or did they change that? Because I kind of didn't know slash forgot about that. But and then I actually don't know how to upgrade this. Is it just like a different vendor, or is it probably I can't see it since I don't have the thing? Field ration. Hmm. Little in-game tuna. Right on. Good shit. So I do need to do my chompy birds. We got all the diary tasks completed now for Western provinces, except for the chompy bird shit. Um, I forget. This one says claim any chompy bird hat. Um, is that not a certain amount of kills? Let me just kind of look, I guess. Diary. First hat's like 1 kill. Okay, so I'll just have to go over there, claim that. And then I think like I get a better chance of spawning chompy birds, or maybe that's just starting at like medium or something. Okay, gotta have the bow in the inventory. Kill 30, okay. And then 125. Okay, yeah, 25% chance of spawning 2 chompy birds. Um it's one of those things where it's like when you think about it, it's kind of just like a Slayer task, it's not that big a deal. Um just go kind of throw on my best ranged gear, which is weird to think like I hardly even know what like my best range gear is anymore. But that's like not crystal armor and shit. And then we want our brutal arrows, we want our comp bow, we need our ogre bellows, and then I don't know, I forget. Let's look at this. Looks pretty good. We need to get a bunch of these ogre bellows. AKS. Let's just go to the house. Working on the 4,000 chompy kills for Clog. What happens at 4K? Is it a pet or something? Dude, I love having all this shit in my house. AKS. Best hat. Okay. AKS, and I think it's like over this way. I think. Yeah, I made up a pretty decent amount of those Addy brutal arrows, so I hopefully will like one shot a lot of these guys. That's what I'm hoping for. We're supposed to get like just a shit ton of these. Oh shit, fuck yeah. We don't even have to like drop trick that shit. Okay. Cool. Nice. I think we need just like a little bit of space for the frogs, right? And then south of Castle Wars, I think is like the better place to go. Combat achievements. Yeah, I think like I think let's go easy all. I guess yeah, I guess like I mean shit, look at all these. I feel like there's just so much stuff. Kill the Royal Titans while having them kill a total of 10 elementals. I feel like that's I don't know, that's like easy, but also like kind of hard. Cause like you gotta like line it up where they spawn and like get them in that little line shit. That's like a weirdly difficult one to put as easy. I feel like it's just like awkward without attacking elementals. Kill a Titan one at a time without attacking the other. Okay. Wrap in. I haven't killed Scurious? What the fuck? I've definitely killed Scurious. Oh, it's highlighted green. That's why. Completed, incomplete. I'm so silly. Yeah. Yeah, like Brofiet. So like I don't know. I feel like and these are all like I don't know. I just feel like it's I could probably get that 101 points fairly easy over here just yapping. And I don't know for sure, but I think people like if you guys are bored and you guys want to like just spawn a bunch of chompies, um I think that is legal. I think this is the lake that I want to do to oh, there's another motherfucker. All right. Let's go to another world. Because we don't want people stealing our kills necessarily. Okay, here we are. Oh, I gotta, you know what? Yeah, I gotta fill all these. Can I like? Seems like I can do it faster that way. Maybe it's just placebo. It definitely seems like faster. God, if my aim were better though, zoom in, dude. You need to quit playing like a WoW player still, man, where I'm all like zoomed out all the time and shit. You know? I think I might, I don't know, maybe I scale down the UI a little bit. As far as I know, this is the trick. You just keep on inflating all these toads and dropping them, and then just keep on killing chompy birds as they spawn once they start spawning. Also, sorry missing you guys on YouTube there. Let me get the chat just like in a little bit better of a spot. I was really hoping to like one-shot these guys. I'm gonna have to like make more of these arrows. There we go. I think that one kind of like despawned. Oh, do what? Dude, it's crazy. I just put /S2. It's like I haven't even been playing WoW, and I'm doing all these like different little WoW tendency things. I feel like good luck. Just got my friend into Zulrah. Hope you get spooned. I appreciate that, man. For real. I I'm hoping like I don't know. Of course I would love to get spooned or whatever. I just hope I get like some better loot at it, and I don't know that I don't know. I just feel like I'm using so many resources for like no loot from Zulrah. We'll probably do some kills tonight though. You know, see what happens. Oh, am I just like inflating too many of them? Didn't even notice that bird spawned. I think maybe you can only have like a certain amount down because I feel like a lot of them are like popping, but maybe that's just normal. Thinking of trying RS3, they cleaned up their act. Heard the combat's more difficult and challenging at endgame. It's not really like a concern for me. I don't really care about like challenging combat and stuff like that. That's not really my thing. Um, like I've always been a person who's like just like play shit on like literal easy mode. You know, like I never like did like Halo campaigns on like veteran or any of that kind of shit. It's never really been my deal for games and stuff. Like I always just kind of enjoyed just playing. Andrew Tate, is that you? First time I heard that one. Yeah, I really do, guys. I really do feel bad about missing you there on YouTube if you are hanging out there still. I need a better place to just kind of like fit all the chats into like one spot. Talk to the beekeeper. Shit, this is actually easy as hell. Okay, body, entrance, lid, legs. Yeah, not to like harp on it too much, but I've always definitely been somebody who like I don't know, like I've done like difficult shit or whatever, but it's not exactly like what I seek out. Like for instance, like with World of Warcraft on like retail, they have like Mythic Plus, which is like a difficulty level, right? There's like regular dungeons, heroic dungeons, and Mythic Plus. Or like doing like, you know, a super high invocation on like TOA or whatever. It's like doesn't really just it you know there's a degree of like okay yeah I did something difficult that feels cool or whatever for like different shit like I totally get that, but it's not exactly like the thing that I like seek out and that like gets my rocks off where it's like I love hard stuff and like conquering it makes me feel better or like makes me feel like you know rewarded or affirmed or any whatever kind of shit. It's really for me it's just like yeah I just you know kind of just want to like play the game. Again, just go through the shit, you know. I don't want to just like walk through it necessarily, but I'm not looking for like a ton of friction. Oh yeah, I don't remember what it used to be like for the beekeeper random event. Used to be the worst before they made it so you could drag the bee house parts around. Yeah, that I would yeah, if you had to like use some kind of like input menu for that, that would kind of stink. Especially because like typically I feel like the I don't know. The RuneScape menus are. I feel like I'm dropping too many of these frogs. I feel like I'm dropping too many of them, and they're exploding. Is that what's happening here? Seeing it in for a bit, time off from shit. Uh, just had that point. Game becomes easy with repetitive, challenging at first, but go for it. Yeah. No, I feel that too, like Kiwi. Kind of like you were saying, man. Like I really do appreciate all that shit you were saying in Discord, man. Um Cause like I have been doing Zulrah and like everything you were saying is right and stuff and like um it was good to hear and all that kind of shit because it's yeah it's just like how do I put it basically how you put it I mean yeah just it's repetitive. Mage phase is just gonna do a lot of damage no matter what. um all that kind of shit, you know, just to keep all that kind of shit in mind. That really does kind of help because like if you're going in there and expecting to get like 18 kills in a trip or like multiple kills or whatever, it's just that's not one of those bosses, you know. That's a boss where you do like one, maybe two, and then you got to go like resupply. Um dude, I'm man, I feel like I'm not seeing these chompies when they spawn. I feel like they're not like spawning near the frog. Maybe I should like tag them with like uh, some shit. It might not like work 100% though, just with all this with all the dead bodies. Maybe if I don't like tag their tile and I try and tag them another way or something. RuneScape 3 has a lot of good lore, some of the best lore. If they had a quest helper, they're about to allow plugins, you might go play it. That sounds cool. I don't know. It's not never say never or whatever, and I'm not saying never, but RuneScape 3, it just doesn't really, I don't know, it doesn't like capture my fancy necessarily, I don't really have like a desire to go out and try it and play it right now. I feel like for me at that point, it's like, just go play WoW, and, not that there's anything wrong with either one of those things. And like, I don't know, like lore is kind of one of those things that's like it's like an after thing for me. Like it's an afterthought, you know. I hate to like say that word because it's like such a negative connotation, afterthought, but um yeah, no, it's like something I'll like watch on YouTube after the fact or whatever else. I don't really like pay attention to it much like within the game. And it's even only like kind of recently that I feel like I've like really kind of even cared about it after the fact, cared to kind of like look at it or watch videos or look it up and stuff. But like with World of Warcraft, like, because I get it, because I am kind of a nerd with World of Warcraft lore about like, oh, this person did this and this is all happening because like XYZ thing. Like it definitely does like add to the enjoyment of stuff when you kind of like understand what's going on and kind of like the context of like, oh shit, like, like Platinum WoW had a pretty good series for like a bunch of different shit. I think it was Platinum or maybe Nixium, where it was like, why do we want them dead? So it was like Dead Minds, like, what's our motivation, you know, other than just sick loot. I guess, I guess if I plucked them all, I would know how many I've killed. I need like, surely there's like a plugin. How am I supposed to track these kills? Because like I don't want to like I want to get 30, get my diary, and then or get 30, get my hat, get my diary, and then that way I can spawn more and all that and bingo bongo in the Congo. Oh, did I just like inflate that one too much or something? On the bow. Check. Nice. 24. Okay, cool. Thank you. RuneScape lore, Keck saying, yeah, what's good, Todd? No, I mean like shit, dude. It's honestly like I feel like RuneScape lore is actually like way deeper than it's probably just like the PVM, dude, where like, everyone's like, oh yeah, point and click cookie clicker, blah 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 blah. Like, dude, it's like no hate or whatever, but like, a lot of the people that like it's the same. I think like a RuneScape player now, where it's like, dude, I would love to see like some of those fuckers like Cargos try and do like a TOA or whatever after like talking all that shit. It's like fuck you. And for me, like it was never a thing really of like, oh, like I was never like in that crowd of like, oh, cookie clicker medieval sim blah blah blah, because like I played RuneScape as a kid and I liked the game and all that shit, right? I don't really have like as much of like a loyalty thing going on with like RuneScape versus WoW. Um, for me, especially, like when I played when I was a kid and stuff, like the PVM and stuff was safe spotting blue dragons and Taverly. I mean, shit, I don't even think like Cox, maybe Cox was like added in the time that I was playing. Like, when was Cox? Like, if it was after like 2007, then probably not. But, um, yeah. bosses and stuff change it up. No, and that's the thing is like, yeah, it is that like it's not wrong to say like, you know, there's the cookie clicker aspects and shit. Like even right now or whatever, right? Like I'm literally, dude, I'm blowing up fucking frogs to click on these chompy birds and like this is almost you know, it's like there's shit that's like wood cutting or whatever and stuff, but then there's shit that like honestly rivals like heroic dungeons or like you know, dare I say mythic, you know? Like dude, like Todd, I don't think you ever did like a TOA or whatever. Maybe you like saw some of us do one or whatever. Like I think you've tuned in on like one of mine or whatever, but like this shit gets deep, dude. Like the raid stuff is like actually fucking gnarly. Like the amount of like shit I'm like having to manage between move here, dodge this, prayer swap that, switch gear, fucking heal up. Oh, you know, fucking up. Yeah, it's just there's a lot of shit. And do you know what's crazy? Like, you know, you say like Jad, like, you know, like isn't easy or whatever. It's like Jad is like, it's fun. Like that shit is like, you know, it's funny because I said like Barrows was dead mines or whatever, and like I kept on saying that to you as far as like difficulty level. It's like, dude, fucking Barrows, like don't even worry about it. It's dead mines. It's like Barrows is like fucking Elwyn Forest, dude. Jad is like dead mines. You know, it's like it's funny how the needle kind of moves and the goalpost kind of moves on all that shit. And I'm sure at some point I'll say like, oh, fucking TOA is like dead mines or whatever. Like I'm sure that'll happen, but um, just the point being that like fuck, dude, yeah, the raids get intense and like the PVM and everything gets intense. And I think like I don't know, I think this whole kind of I think I started this ramble just because like I don't know, like people's like expectations versus like what it was and everything. But oh, another chompy bird. Um Oh yeah, because we were talking about lore and how like RuneScape lore is actually like really deep, and same thing with like even the gameplay or whatever. Like it's just yeah, game's way deeper than I would have ever really like kind of given it credit for. I just didn't know. Like I said, the fucking when I was a kid, the end game was you know dragon bones and barrows and like fight caves and shit, right? Like a lot of this shit like wasn't here, or there was some shit that like was, but it was kind of like you know later, you know, than I like kind of was still playing and stuff. So I really feel like I guess I hate to be annoying and keep on saying this, but and you guys have probably already answered, but can I only fill like a certain amount of frogs or whatever? Because I feel like they're exploding when I fill too many of them and like place them on the ground and shit. But I also think it could just be like a time thing. I think it's 5. Okay, yeah. I got like one, two, three, four. We'll see. I think once I get to the point where like I have a chance to like spawn multiple or whatever, it'll kind of pick up. Oh, I've killed 36. Okay, so easy peasy. See, that's the thing too, man. It is basically just like a little fucking um oh, you know what? Do I need coins for this? Okay, no, it doesn't look like it. Um let's just kill the remaining chompy birds that show up here real quick. Might as well. I don't know. Don't think it really matters that much. I think plucking them has like a chance to spawn another bird or some shit, or it's like for the pet or something. I don't know. Some shit like that. Go back to a Zealed Fell Dip. Yeah. and then we'll go back to BKP afterwards. Well, we'll get our I should have brought like a Slayer ring. That'll be fine though. We'll go turn in our Western Provinces thing, and then we'll get the medium one, and the medium one was like 125 kills. It's actually kind of gnarly. Go from like 30 kills to 125, but I mean we did 30 kills that fast, and we're gonna get a chance to spawn too. So, where you at? Were you outside? Claim hats. I guess I could claim the arrows too, just because I got completed.
Achievement diary completed.
Completed. Little choppy bird hat. Nice. Looks so dopey. Okay, so now we go to the Western Provinces. We'll just actually fuck it. Let's Guardians of the Rift. Bring a Slayer ring this time. I don't even know where do I go fucking claim this? Elder Gnome Child, south of the Grand Tree. Okay. Oh yeah, it's the little green dot. I guess I could have just done that. So we will just use a Slayer ring. Gotta love it. Wish there was a way to talk to a vendor you can make all your Moonlight Moth mixes. That one does get a little bit old. I 100% agree with you. Right on. What is this? Ooh, what does the banner do? Does that banner teleport? No benefits besides being a crush weapon. Okay. When does it fucking teleport you? Western Banner 3. To the fishing colony. Okay, I guess. All right. I'm sure I'll actually like that at some point for some reason. No, yeah, Kiwi for the OSRS lore, dude. I feel the same way where it's like I do like just kind of nerding out and like telling people about all that shit. It is fun. I totally feel you on that shit, man. You know, I did forget though that the Ava's accumulator is going to save some arrows for us. So, you know, the 500 arrows might actually end up being enough, which is kind of nice. Thanks everyone for being here, dude, guys. I really do like, you know, I love seeing all just like, I love seeing all you guys, like all my familiars, all my people that have been here forever, all the people that have like been new and sticking around and shit, like every, you know, every different kind of thing. And hey, being all sappy and stuff, but it's been just especially anxious for me lately, I think. And again, like I don't want to get all like sappy and like, you know, woe is me and all that kind of different shit. But you guys know, like I've just had a lot on my plate and stuff lately, right? So it is nice to like be able to kind of come back to streaming and like, you know, things are still okay or whatever. Like it's not like you know, you guys didn't all just like say like, ah, fuck it, this guy's done, you know, later, unfollowing, all that kind of shit. And like, you know, I think honestly it takes like more effort to like unfollow and stuff, but like, you know, even just like showing up still, you know what I mean? But I really do appreciate that shit, guys. Keeping her going, trying to keep the dream alive. Things are getting better, like, but it's just my time is just I just don't have time. So it's just it is what it is. I really would like to see like more WoW players that like trash talk RuneScape come and play it and stuff. And like the cool thing is too, even like it's like you could just like give them your login info or whatever, blah blah blah, for whatever other kind of shit, just be like, here, try it out, like it's not like so fucking like what's it called? Uh okay, so it looks like we got 5 on the ground. Let's see what happens when I put another. Yeah, like one went away. So no, yeah, the it's not like all taboo with the account sharing stuff, like it is with World of Warcraft. Um which, it really just it's like, who it's kind of like it should be like that. It's like who cares like about account sharing and like all that kind of shit. Like people just with World of Warcraft players, man, they get so they're just like kids where it's like, no, that's against the rules and that's not fair and I'm gonna tattle. It's just a bunch of tattletale like kind of shit like energy. Like whereas like with RuneScape players, like immediately one of the first differences I saw like was just kind of like the maturity of like WoW players versus like RuneScape players. I feel like RuneScape players are just like way more mature on average. Um, I feel like my description of it was like WoW players are like basement dwellers, you know, fucking the typical fucking like gamer basement dweller shit, and then like RuneScape players are like, you know, just some guy with like a wife and kids and like a job, and he plays RuneScape on his second monitor while he's working at his office job. Like that's like the vibe. But of course, it's not like actually the case. Like I would guess on average it is kind of a little bit more like that, where like just the RuneScape players are like just kind of like more mature and all that kind of stuff. Because like I did kind of it's not like I felt like that way for no reason or whatever. Um, but of course there's degens in every game and fucking all that kind of stuff. Like even because like at first not at first, but like for a long time I was like, yeah, like wilderness, blah blah blah. Like I feel like it's less toxic with like the PvP kind of stuff. And you know, I don't know, it probably is, but like, again, everything is the same everywhere you go, people are people. And so you're gonna have, just like with WoW, where you're gonna have like just those degen PvPers that just like are there to kind of like ruin your day, and not even like they don't even care. Like it's not about any like loot or gain or whatever. It's like literally it's just about like fucking up your time and like making you waste time and shit. Like that's their idea of fun. So I'm sure that exists over in RuneScape and stuff too. Your alarm goes off in 5 hours and 20 minutes to log in. You're so screwed. Do you like you're you're setting an alarm to like clock in almost in RuneScape or whatever? Dude, Chitter, you always just go balls deep with the games, man. You got no half measures. Like with World of Warcraft, dude, you had like all the spreadsheets and like 18 different characters with all the different professions and all this kind of shit going. Like I said, it's just no half measures with you, dude. It's fucking balls deep, no pulling out. Let's check. 56, not bad. We're approaching halfway with it. If anybody gets bored and they want to help spawn chompy birds for me, I know like this is like boring or whatever. So like don't feel obligated. I'm literally just like putting that out there. It's like I will accept chompy bird spawns if that's a thing. I don't even really know if it's a thing. But I just figure like if somebody else summons it, I could still kill it. Though I could also see it not being a thing just because like that seems like too easy. Just get the whole fucking zone filled up with chompy birds. Fucking you make a brutal cannon. Just put a bunch of arrows in the cannon or nails or whatever the fuck. You're gonna max cape this year? I don't doubt it. If you say you're gonna do it, you'll probably do it. I mean, shit, man. Unless you just like stop playing for an extended period of time, right? Like, I don't see why you wouldn't do it. I feel like I'm like missing some of these birds because like it seems like they kind of spawn out far sometimes. Like I wonder if they're like just spawning like too far out and I'm missing them or something. Because like I can only like place so many frogs or whatever, right? So there's kind of like a lot of downtime where I'm just kind of like sitting here waiting. So I figure like I don't know, I guess just plug some of these guys or whatever. I guess I don't know. Do I have a? I don't know. It is a bit hard to tell like how many frogs I have down versus like not and stuff, and I don't know. It's a surely there's like a plugin or some shit for this. Think LSJ quit after Dino's hardcore? I don't think so. um, I think he did a little bit of CG even afterwards. Um, I don't know. He's probably like, from what I was watching and listening to him, sounds like he wants to decide like whether he wants to just kind of keep on playing that character softcore, which, sounds like maybe not his first pick. Um, but, kind of sunk cost fallacy or whatever, right? And it's not even necessarily a fallacy. It's like it is, just kind of like for this one, it's like shit, dude. You spent a lot of time, doing all the different shit, right? And it's like sure, yeah, I don't know, you could do it over again and get another hardcore and whatever else, but like I don't know. Like he did his gold, 99 hardcore or 99 untrimmed slayer hardcore and all that kind of shit, to fucking Timu Showback no more, right? But yeah, I don't know. I don't think he quit. I think he's just got to decide like what he wants to play, whether he's gonna start over again and do like another hardcore thing, or just kind of keep on playing that character. And I don't know. I feel like at least for a while, maybe just kind of play that character and kind of like do some shit with everybody, but you know, because it is kind of hard to like play two accounts at once or just like kind of keep two going with like, kind of like, I don't know, like one of them just kind of becomes like a fucking bot, right? Where you're just kind of like doing some AFK activity, like wood cutting, star mining, whatever other kind of bullshit while you're playing like the actual character. So I don't know. It's definitely, I feel like, going to be a hard one for him to decide because he is somebody who like genuinely does enjoy just like the hardcore mode and all that kind of shit, one life and all that. Like how I was saying about like I don't really typically play like like Mythic Plus or like hard versions of games or like high invos and stuff. Like it doesn't get my dick hard or whatever. Like for LSJ, like that's the shit that gets his dick hard. Fucking hardcore game modes, one life. So I get that. Timu Showback. Dude, people were saying that shit at first, man. With like, oh yeah, you're gonna get 99 on Trim Slayer. It's like Showback said the same thing and he can't do it. You're just Timu Showback or whatever the fuck. And I was like, you guys don't even fucking know. And the crazy thing is too, man, it fucking LSJ was hardcore and did like a bunch of fucking quests, like a bunch of hard Sins of the Father, fucking uh what's it called, the Song of the Elves. He did like a bunch of shit. So like it wasn't even just like 99 untrimmed fuck or like 99 hardcore untrimmed Slayer fucking. It wasn't just like killing bloodvelds and shit. uh like it was like an actual fucking character and stuff. So that's the other thing, is like he's put like so much time into that character. So like to just kind of like start over, it's like it's definitely tough. And you know different people are like that though. Like Alfie just kind of like restarts characters and all that kind of shit. And like second time through, even big difference from like kind of first time or whatever. There's definitely a lot of things where you kind of just know, like you can kind of boba yourself, where you're like, ah, yeah, don't fucking do this and grind this way for like 6 hours, at like a low level. Just do this, do this, do this, get to this level, do this thing, do hunter rumors, or whatever other kind of like bullshit, you know. Like if you really want to kind of like speed through it a little bit more, you can kind of avoid some of those different pitfalls. And there's still plenty to learn and plenty of all that shit. But like if I started a new character now, I definitely would get to the point that I'm at like half of the time. I feel like especially because like if I were just like going for it, right, like like trying to like get back to where I am right now or some shit, like I don't know, like this account got banned or something, probably take about like half the time. If you're hardcore Iron Man, you're doing all the content before getting comfortable making a remake. Yeah, like, and I don't even like. I don't even think it's necessarily like that, like kind of like a test character or whatever. I just think like, fuck, dude, it's like, I don't know. I know, like I said, it's like hardcore. You know, just gets his dick hard and stuff, right? Like the one life game mode shit. And I do like totally respect that, but like, shit, dude. It's like, is it like, wouldn't it just be fun to kind of like play the game and stuff? Like, Winky, if you guys, for those of the people in the chat that know Winky, shout out to Winky. Um, he was talking about like how they're doing like a horde guild, and I think what he said, and this is the part that confused me, was like he was like, yeah, just casual dad guild or whatever, hardcore horde or whatever. And I'm like, casual dad guild and hardcore like do not fucking mix, dude. Like it's just like I get it, because it's like it's the homies, they want to play hardcore or whatever, but it's just like it just doesn't fucking work, man. It's like someone dies and it's like, ah, fuck, okay, there goes like a couple of weeks of fucking leveling and shit. It's just like, I don't know, like for me, kind of like how we're talking about with LSJ, it's just like the constant like remake or even like threat of remake or whatever, like having to just like start all over again. It's like shit, yeah, you can like do it faster, you know, different things, blah blah blah, like each time through or whatever. Like even for something like World of Warcraft where you've played like a million times, like, oh yeah, you know, like don't do this or don't do that or whatever, blah blah blah, right? There's always like room for improvement. But it's just like fuck, dude, it is so gnarly just to like just to have to like restart or whatever stuff like that. So like I said, you know, like casual dad guild but hardcore, like fucking ugh, I don't know how that works. Those seem like opposites to me. Um and I was thinking about this too even um I think what a lot of people like about hardcore is the community, right? Like, and I say that all the time because like that's what I like about it. But I think on it, like I think what people kind of just want is like a big, massive leveling guild. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's just kind of like, and just hardcore just kind of does that. You know, it's got community, it's got people, it's kind of like segregated where you know it's like just them and you know like you know, you post in guild chat like, "Hey, I need a gold bar. Can anyone mail me one?" And then you know, Johnny sends you a gold bar, and it's like, "Oh fuck yeah, thanks Johnny. Like that was great." You know, um, and like having people to like, you know, you post in the guild chat like, "Hey, I'm looking for like a group for SM," like blah blah blah, right? Like, I think like that, like deep down, I think that's just what people want is like those mega leveling guilds, you know? Because people just they just want to play together. They want to have people to play with and all that kind of shit, and like you know level up their characters and do stuff with. I always you know kind of talk shit on hardcore where I like you know I kind of just I think it's just kind of a crutch. Granted, again, you know, different strokes for different folks. People, you know, like LSJ or whatever, just like hardcore game modes or, you know, one life or whatever. And I think that is like a large part of, you know, the hardcore community. But I do think like a noticeable like plurality of the population for hardcore WoW is like people that just like WoW and want to play WoW or whatever, but just kind of like need people to play with and like I said like those different aspects where it's like you know you post in guild chat for like a item or a piece of armor or you know to give something away or whatever, right? Like you know it's that same thing that people like about like fresh servers where it's like oh you know we're all like level 14 and I got this green piece of armor and I can give it to my friend Billy because I know he's a mage and it's got intellect on it, so that'll be good for him and I know he'll be happy, you know. And just like hardcore highlights that like over and over and over again. Use some gamer language after chat troll. Oh, for like LSJ. Yeah, dude. I mean, I like I cussed out a lot of people here after the whole Jad thing, and I definitely felt bad about it or whatever else because like at the end of the day, it's like my fault, and it should be like something where like it shouldn't be like that big of a deal. I should be able to just kind of like tune it out or whatever, blah blah blah. It was especially annoying for Jad just because it's like I was like you know kind of counting on like sound cues and all that kind of stuff, and like you know you can still just go off the animations and shit, but it's just like just all that kind of like just overstimulating and shit, all the different bullshit all at once. Um, so yeah, like I definitely get it, and I'm sure he similarly like even kind of like feels a little bad about it or whatever, right? Um, but also, I mean, like I said, it's like kind of like rightful, you know, like it's like fuck, dude, people just like fucking with you or whatever and stuff, and it's like I get it because it's you know it's just like it doesn't actually like mean anything at the end of the day or whatever. Um, it's just that kind of mentality. Like we were talking about this a little bit, or like Grays was rather in like you know chat and all that stuff, like in his stream today. about like PvP servers. I need to just go blow my nose here in a second. I'm gonna blow my nose. Up, chompies. Um, shit. What was that last part, man? That sucks. Oh no, yeah. Talking in Gray's chat about like PvP servers and stuff, and what like just because some people are playing on it and whatever, and they're like, oh, why aren't you? And it's just annoying to play on a PvP server. It like kind of like I was saying about like the trolling or whatever in LSJ's chat. It just kind of comes down to like the mentality where it's like that's your idea of fun, where it's like just fucking with somebody. It's like, haha, I knocked the sandwich out of your hand. Isn't that funny? Like, I was never like into that kind of like frat boy kind of humor and joking around and like all that kind of stuff. Like jockey kind of stuff, there's even some of that shit in like high school swim and stuff, and I just never fucking liked it. I just never liked the kind of like I said, just kind of like jockey fucking kind of like the joke is that I fucked with you. Like it's like I never really fully understood the humor in it, other than it's just like I don't know, like different strokes for different folks, right? And some people are just that's just funny to them, and it's like yeah. We're at like 56 kills. I'm sure we're like not that much past it. 97. Wow. We need 125, and then we can turn in our next achievement diary thing. And it's a great way to stay in shape. But yeah, the PvP discussion, like for like I said, one of Graze's like kind of stipulations was like, well, I might be down for like a PvP server if it was like a fresh server and like, I leveled quickly or whatever and like, all that kind of stuff, right? And it's like that's a lot of like kind of ifs, right? Just to begin with. But, the idea there is just like, yeah, I want to be high level so I don't get ganked or whatever, right? And then it's like, okay, cool, but then like what happens if you want to like level an alt or just like even play the game afterwards, right? You still got to deal with like all the bullshit of like all the different people where like I said, like their idea of fun is just ruining your fun and making you spend, your time just like not having fun, right? Blocking your fun is their idea of fun. uh it just that's again that's what it comes down to, is just the mentality of the people who pick that server anyway. Like for me, it doesn't matter whether it's like a fresh server and I'm like the first level 60 or whatever else. It's just like the people that populate those servers are just fucking awful, dude. Honestly, like, man, some of the yeah, I've run into like some of the worst people ever on like my limited interaction with PvP servers. And you know what it is too, even like I don't know if this is like too much or like whatever, but there's like a lot of racism on like with PvP players and stuff like that. I've noticed that a lot. And I've always thought that was really fucking weird. Especially towards like, you know, just like gold buyers and gold sellers and stuff like that. Like different like terms and stuff and all this kind of stuff. And it's just like it's so fucking weird. Especially because like you know they'll be like buying gold from these guys and then like calling them slurs like in like the same breath. And it's just really fucking weird to me. Okay, we're at 96 kills. We're probably like close to 100. Man, when the bird's like killing one of the frogs, it like you can't target it. And then yeah, I feel like the medium diary will be kind of nice to get like some of the rest of these chompy birds. And we may take like a little break and do like a couple games of pest control or some shit. Um, we'll see. It'd be funny if I got the pet. Can't get back. Then okay, so plucking them is like actually fucking useless. That's crazy. It's like I guess I don't know, free feathers or whatever. I'm just doing it mostly even just to kind of like clean up the visual of it. I wish they weren't tagged even when they were dead. You know what's crazy too? There, Chitter, you say like Colo and Inferno don't really like interest you that much. Like I don't know. I want like the upgrades and stuff, but yeah, like I don't know. Like I kind of keep saying is just that like I typically just enjoy kind of like having fun. Like I don't and like I know that's like it's like oh well, you know, I have fun doing hard stuff or whatever, right? But like, you know, what I mean like I typically have, you know, just I don't know, it's such God, I am so bad sometimes at talking. Um yeah, my idea of fun just being like kind of like, you know, just doing the content, you know, it's not about like making it super hard or like extra challenging or whatever else or, you know, like I said, like there's 800 invocation or, you know, doing stuff like undergeared or whatever else. Like it's fun to do sometimes and all that kind of different shit, but like, you know, just for me, right? Like just talking about like for me and what I like, I typically like just kind of steamroll and shit. Yeah, fun, fun, fun. What's good, Bunny Bob? Always great to see you. Was thinking about you today, dude. Hope you're doing well. We're getting these choppy kills going. I don't know if you've probably done this one before in some capacity. It's really not that bad. Um, really doesn't take that long. I ain't too mad at it. Like shit, like I could probably get this done tonight. It feels like, you know, kind of like I was saying earlier. It's basically just a Slayer task, right? You know, sure you gotta like kind of spawn your mobs and like kind of wait for them, but yeah, I mean, you know, 300 kills or whatever in total. It's, you know, it's like a Slayer task or two or three. So I feel like that's one nightable. You did up to the hard diary? Yeah, that's what we're going for. We've done all of our pest control games and all of my other steps. So we just have the literally, yeah, there's just, you know, the chompy steps now for these. So that's pretty cool. So I got that going for me. Guys, if you don't know, Bunny Bop also a RuneScape streamer. I'm pretty sure your kind of like story was playing like RuneScape 3 beforehand, and I think old school RuneScape's kind of like newer for you, right? Like getting into it, or maybe it's been a while or something, and it's like a new character or some shit like that, but you're kind of an OG. Yeah, RuneScape 3 to OSRS this year. It's funny, some people were talking about RuneScape 3 and asking if like I was interested in playing it. Because there's like some changes and stuff, I guess, right? Like some of the microtransactions or like whatever else. And that kind of stuff doesn't really bother me to begin with. Um, I feel like I would try out RuneScape 3, but like, I don't know, it hasn't really been on my radar. I haven't even like thought about it or anything. Um, and especially lately, like, you know, or whatever, right? Like, just my time has been so like segmented and stuff that I'm like, shit, dude. I wish I had time like for every game that I wanted to play right now. And it's funny because I only want to like even play two games, like RuneScape and WoW, but um I need to just kind of like bite the bullet a little bit too when it comes to WoW and just kind of like log in and start playing. Um because I think there is kind of like a mental block of like not wanting to like restart for like the 800th time. And that's not like WoW's fault. That's me playing, you know, hardcore and kind of following like Twitch metas and stuff on like, oh, you know, we're all on this server and oh, now we're on that server and we're Horde, now we're Alliance. Like, fuck. Like, dude, it's been a lot of different servers and a lot of different things and a lot of different shit over the past few years, which is, you know, it's good, it's content and stuff, but like at the same time too, like um it's funny because it kind of mirrors my life, and I was talking about it with my brother the other day, because I have this reoccurring dream and I've never been able to figure out what it's about, and he and I just figured it out the other night, so that was actually pretty cool. um so I have this reoccurring dream. I've told it on stream a few times or whatever, but like my reoccurring dream typically is driving on Interstate 10, you know, in the desert. And it's usually like between, you know, like either California and Arizona or like California, Arizona and Mexico. And um in the dream, you know, it's a lot of driving, but also like we'll stop and, you know, we'll live at like an apartment or like stay the night at like an apartment or a hotel, or it's usually like some kind of like an apartment or hotel, like kind of like big like group living and all that kind of shit. And we'll like stay there for the night. We get all set up, blah blah blah, unpacked all that, and then the next day we gotta, you know, repack up and then go leave and drive a whole bunch again and stuff. And I'm always like talking to whoever I'm with. It's usually like one of my brothers and like my neighbor that like we went to college with, and it makes sense because like we went to college in Tucson or whatever, right? So like we all like, you know, drove, you know, from home to Tucson on the 10 all the time, right? um so you know, I'll be like complaining to them and I'll be like, guys, why can't we just fucking, can we just like stay in one place? Can we just like do one thing? Can we, like, I don't want to keep on moving and shit. Like, this shit's fucking annoying or whatever. And it's funny because, like I said, like, I never really like figured it out. It's kind of always just been like a stress dream. Like, and it, you know, I'm in the desert or whatever and I'm driving, right? Like, it is kind of like stressful, right? Like, so it just kind of like made sense and I just kind of like wrote it off like that. But I never really like kind of figured out what it meant like kind of otherwise, you know. But I think, and like I said, I was talking with my brother about this last night, and he, kind of makes sense or whatever. I'm tired of starting over, dude. I feel like so much of my life has been starting over and like doing different shit. And I think that's, I think a lot of people feel that way. Um, I don't like, I think that's just kind of the human condition and stuff a little bit. But yeah, I really do hate starting over, man. Like, and I feel like I have been like just constantly where it's like, I'm gonna do this, and then this thing doesn't work out, and then it's like, fuck. Okay, now I'll do this, and then that thing doesn't work out. It's fuck. And then so it's the same thing in the the dream where it's like, all right, whole big thing, you're moving, you're driving, doing all this shit. All right, now time to restart, do it over again. You gotta move, you gotta restart, you gotta find a new place to live, drive, and you know drive down the road, follow the path and find a new destination. And you're just constantly doing that, and every time you get to a new destination and you think it's all set up and you're good, and then what happens? You got to start over again, bitch. Gotcha, bitch. Bitch, you thought. And so, yeah, it's kind of what I kind of concluded with on that one a little bit. Why do you have to restart WoW? Never played. Is it not normal to keep one account for WoW? No, it is. That is the normal thing to do. The normal thing to do for World of Warcraft is to play one class, one character your entire life and never do anything different and just be that thing. like like I was the normal person before. I used to just only play Hunter. That was my class. I just played Hunter. That was it. That's all. One character, no alts, no alternative characters, no like, oh, like I want to play my druid for a little bit. Nope. Fucking just one character and just only that character all the time for, like 20 plus years or whatever the fuck, right? Um, like I said, I've definitely been like my situation's like a little bit different in that like I've been playing hardcore where like you die and you like delete your character or you send it off to like the softcore realms or whatever. But World of Warcraft is such a like community and socially driven game that like if you're playing hardcore and you're with all your friends on the hardcore server, then you can transfer to the softcore server and all that kind of shit, but all your friends are on the hardcore server still playing there, and like there has to be kind of like a group effort of like, all right, we're all gonna play like our softcore characters or whatever. And there has been some of that, like I know different people and have like different friends where they basically like did just that, where they had like dead guilds where it was like, all right, all the all this that died on hardcore, we still like playing with each other and stuff, so let's just like continue to play on these characters from time to time just because it's easy. Because, like, you don't have to worry about dying. You don't have to worry about, like, XYZ thing. So, yeah, I'm definitely untypical in that playing so much hardcore. And then, like I said, too, just like with World of Warcraft, like your character, do I have, um, BattleNet? I was like, where's my BattleNet? I can kind of show it, but like just to kind of give a better visual. But typically, um, with World of Warcraft, like your server is kind of like your world. Like let's just say like 410 or whatever. Like, all right, that's my world, and I created that character on that world, and everybody who else who created their character on World 410, I'll see them, for the end of time, right? Um, you're like locked on. You can't just like world hop and stuff, right? Um, so where is it? Yeah, I would need to. Oh, update. Interesting. I don't even think I could really like log into like any of these except for wow. See, there's so many different things. Yeah, I would have to install it again. That's funny. I uninstalled it. Where's the PTR update? Hopefully this doesn't brick it. But I could still even show it with the PTR, just the little test realm. Um, Yeah. Hope you're having a good stream. Yo, Yuki, I appreciate that for real. It's it honestly it is good. Like it really feels good to yap. Like I'm sorry if I miss like any different chats and stuff like that during my yap and everything. I try to like go back and touch on those different points and things that you guys say too, but it really does feel good to like yap right now, especially like that little part about like my reoccurring dream or whatever. It's just kind of like I don't know. It's nice to just kind of like talk and stuff sometimes and just yap and shit. Like I don't know, is for me. PTR. It's funny, my fans on my computer, they're just like just firing up. Hopefully this shit loads. I'm gonna wait for the program to respond. Usually I click close the program. I'm gonna go ahead and wait for this shit to respond. I'm glad I got all you guys that just like even appreciate fucking listening to me yap and stuff. Like I hate to be like so meta about this stream, especially so often, but I'm lucky you guys are here with me. Man, that does look good. So this would kind of be like having different accounts, all these different kind of things, right? So like this is like one account, but with one shit, the PTR isn't up, so I can't even like show you. I should just fucking resub and everything, but that day is not this day. I'm kind of feeling playing WoW, and I do want to play. And that's the thing is like I want to play with people, and I want to play with my friends, and I want to play with chat and everything. But I also don't want to like bait chat and everything. Like I've already felt bad enough about like, cause dude, like man, I've been talking about playing WoW for like a long time, and like I was even talking about playing like, oh yeah, guys, we're gonna like play on the PTR and like have some fun and shit, and then we never did that. Um, but also, like a lot of, this different shit like kind of came up and everything. So it's like, you know, it's not entirely my fault, kind of a lot of different shit kind of came up in these past few weeks. Um, and it's just, I've had zero time. So no, but yeah, man, I do want to like, I do want to play and I want to get back into it and all that kind of shit. But yeah, I just, like I said, I hate like to think that like, maybe some people like already like got their sub going or whatever, like paid for a sub and like in hopes of like playing together with me, and I'm not even like playing right now or whatever, and then like they feel debated like, oh, I got this fucking sub and now I'm not even like playing with this fucker. Because I've felt that fucking way, like um about like different shit or whatever, like playing with like different streamers and shit like that, where it was like um like for like season of discovery or whatever, even, right, where it was like, yeah, like everybody was like, oh, we're all gonna go like horde and on the like PvP server, and then like everybody came to their senses after a little while and was like, oh wait, yeah, PvP servers suck because you're just constantly getting ganked, especially as a streamer, where just you're getting fucking stream sniped and shit. um so so they basically did like a complete 180, and instead of horde PvP server, they went alliance PvE server. So it's just like, again, like just the constant like switching around, and then like like, oh, like, oh, I'm gonna run this guild or whatever, blah blah blah, stream community and stuff, and then like the guy like never shows up or whatever else, or just like kind of like you know quits like playing the game or blah 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 and all this kind of shit. So like, again, like I hate to like you know don't like, I just it's like, don't do anything on like on my account or whatever, or like on my accord, right? Like I would hate for like somebody to like I said, like feel debated for thinking like, oh, we're gonna play together, and then like it's like, hey, when are you gonna start playing WoW or whatever, and it's like, fuck dude, I just right now I don't know what's happening. Yeah, hard Western Diary. Thankfully, it's really not going that bad. Um, thankfully, you know, like, dude, I'm lucky in that like I have chat and stuff, right? Like, honestly, like chat really does help. Like, you guys, you know, like, fuck, dude. Even like I've been watching a ton of streams lately. Like, I always watch a lot of streams. I feel like, you know, I feel like, you know, I saw this like in somebody else's bio the other day, but I really like resonated with, you know, and I've thought this about myself too, but like, I feel like I'm your streamer's favorite streamer, you know, I'm not like the most known guy and everything, right? And like, I'm not some like giant 1K Andy or whatever else, but like, funnily enough, like a lot of like, you know, just from me being around in chat or like events and games and, you know, putting myself out there and whatever else, like, um, I've gotten to know like a lot of people or whatever, and like a lot of different cool people fuck with me. So like I said, like I saw that whole thing, like, you know, you know, your streamer's favorite streamer or whatever, right? Like I'm not your favorite streamer, but I'm your streamer's favorite streamer, you know. It's it's like the people's champ or whatever, right? Kind of thing almost. Or like there's like another thing that's like a direct thing. I just can't remember it, where it's like your, you know, your blank's favorite blank. You know, your comedian, like comedian's comedian, you know, like that kind of thing or whatever, right? Where it's like, you know, maybe to the general public, they're not like the funniest guy or whatever, but like among comedians, like comedians think like they're especially funny or whatever. I feel like I kind of fit a little bit of like that same kind of role, like I said, right? You know, kind of, you know, your streamer's favorite streamer. Ooh, that's true too, Norm. Fucking, I can get a little chally berry. Yo, where would I use the chally berry? Would I use that shit on Zulrah? Dude, wait a second. If I had the chally berry with my crystal armor and the bofa, that's like an easy swap. Just, you know? Ta-ta. These hoes ain't with it. I sent some shots at your bed. Ta-ta. Holy shit, 155 chompies. I gotta go turn in my medium diary, right? It was like 125? Shit, we're just out here rambling. Ramble on. Yeah, shit. Fucking A, dude. Fucking A right there, bud. I got these adamant brutal arrows. They're fucking dope there. Got the fucking adamant nails. Just put them through a couple of logs right there, bud. Ain't no two ways about it. Two is my word. Any particular content you getting void for? Doom is kind of like the big one, right? That I feel like that's kind of like the like easy, like, yeah, Doom, right? But I think like it comes in pretty handy for like a few different places. I think even like farming tormented demons and gorillas, I think void is like a good option. um I think people also use like eclipse, right? Because it's, you know, melee range hybrid. um but I think void might be like better. But, you know, like, come to think of it, even though too, it's like, if I were on task though, would I like, I don't think you use void on task because you're using the slayer helm, and I think because you need to use like the full void set or whatever. So I guess I wouldn't use it for like slayer really, but like maybe like farming, you know, those guys like off task or something, right? Maybe that would make that like easier or some shit. Like it would basically kind of make it like it's on task even though it's not on task, because like the damage and accuracy shit or something. What plugins do you see all the tiles you're stepping on? Um, so do you mean the green boxes or like as I'm running? As I'm running, that's, I think that's just default Runelight True tile. Or like, hmm, tile. Yeah, like how, where's my, yeah, I don't know. I don't remember what that's under. The green thing is, yeah, like Pathfinder or some shit. Yeah, Pathfinder. But like I forget what like my true tile is, because like I thought it was like true tile. Is that like a baseline setting? Tile? It is on mobile. Funnily enough, true tile and destination tile is a setting on mobile, which is kind of insane. Um yeah, I'm sorry, I don't remember. The AKS, yeah. Tile indicators plugin. Is that what it is? Oh, weird. Weird, because it looks like I had it off. Maybe improved tile indicators. Oh, corner tile indicators. Yeah, I think like sync had me get like improved and corner tile indicators. So I think corner tile indicator is what I have currently. So yeah, corner tile indicators. Bum bum ba-da-dum. I really like, I don't know. At this point I could definitely turn off like the Pathfinder thing, but that definitely was and like is a good one. Like plugin cuz you know, like in CG or like other different kind of shit, just kind of like really getting that sense of like, okay, yeah, you know, you're gonna, you know, move this direction and then that direction and whatever else. Like it really started to make sense. Claim hats. Wait, let me make sure. After registering 125. Okay. So does it really like kind of just take any color? I don't have to do it like sequentially. Yeah, exactly, Norm. You get to a point where you kind of want to declutter the plugins. I definitely feel that, and that's how I kind of feel about the Pathfinder thing, where it's like, you know, don't necessarily need it, especially like all the time, right? Um, I kind of just go nose blind to stuff. Charlie hitting 50-50 on Zora's amazing feeling. So yeah, see that, dude, because like I use Bofa already, right? So Crystal fucking like that's just an easy swap. I feel like, right? Just fun with how high I can hit. Yeah, I want to know like where I can really like use it.
Collection log slot completed.
Easy peasy.
Achievement diary completed.
Achievement diary completed. Mm-hmm. Bum bum ba da dum. We'll pick up the feathers. And then we don't like, dude, we're we're gonna be done with these chompy kills fairly soon. And then, you know, the void armor actually takes like a fair amount of time to grind out. I think it's something like 8 to 10 hours to get like the full like elite set plus like a couple of helms. Um, but we'll have to see, you know. The games are fairly fast, but yeah, we'll just have to see. Um, I feel like I don't need all these bellows. Like I could maybe have like 4 less and like have more space to actually like pick up those fucking frogs, but it doesn't really matter. Let's go Fremy Dungeon. Oh, you know what? Yeah, let's go to the house real quick. Just restore our prayer just cause. Go Dick. Also, like, guys, I feel like super far behind, like, circling back just to the conversation earlier about, like, the reoccurring dream stuff. Because I was talking about, like, deserts and stuff. Desert reminds you of stretching yourself through something emotionally dry or draining, and stopping at hotels or apartments feels like no sense of permanence or stability. Just getting enough rest to keep going, but never feel rooted. Me out here being dream analysis. No, I do like that, Bunny. I hope you're still around and stuff. You surely are. Like you definitely you're one to hang. Um, I do like that that kind of assessment on there. I feel like that does kind of fit with what I was saying, where it's like with that reoccurring dream of mine. Just to summarize it, basically, I'm driving in the desert a lot, going place to place, usually like an apartment or a hotel. So, like Bunny said, kind of like no sense of permanence. Also tied in with kind of like the starting over and over again shit. And I think that's one of the things that's kind of holding me back from like playing a little bit of World of Warcraft at the moment is like, fuck, dude, like start over again. Here we go, you know. But I do think I'll just drop this. It's 1 gold piece. I do think that I don't know what I think. I think that's just basically it, is that like, yeah, I've been starting over and over and over, and I didn't really finish the whole story or whatever, right? But yeah, it's not just like with World of Warcraft and stuff, because like that's one thing or whatever, but it's been my life too, where, you know, college and, you know, having to like start over a bunch of times with that. Still haven't finished that or whatever. I just got to a point where I just said fuck it. Because like I said, I'm just tired of like starting over and over again, where it's like, you know, this major, this class, this, you know, college, this community college, this university, this place, that place, and then just like, you know, like, dude, I was going to this one fucking place and like taking this one program, and then like halfway through they just stopped offering the program, and so then I was just like shit out of luck and had like nothing to show for it, like, because you know like it was one of those things where you know it's like you got to like finish the program. It's not like transferable credits or whatever. It's like getting a certificate or whatever the fuck, right? So like it was just like a whole fucking thing. It was so fucking annoying, and I'm still fucking annoyed about it. So yeah, just like I said, you know, done a lot of starting over in real life too, where you know I gotta do this thing, I gotta do that thing, I gotta, you know, try again, do this, do that, and again, I'm not special. I'm a lot of people probably deal with this a lot, and that's the thing too, man. It's nice just knowing that like you're not alone in the way that you feel or the things that you've experienced or like that you're doing or whatever else, right? Like that really makes a huge fucking difference, man. Like, and you get that a lot with like RuneScape even too, right? Where it's like, you know, you see people like doing an annoying quest or an annoying boss or whatever, and you're like, ah, I remember when, you know, or like, oh, I'm glad I'm not the only one or whatever else, right? You know, there's definitely a bit of that. Yo, Zap, I appreciate the follow there too, man. Welcome in. Appreciate you guys like letting me yap and stuff, because I do know that I kind of trail off a little bit and then circle back and go through all that shit. But no, it is dope. How many chompy kills we at? 160. A new Belore Delana. We will have justice. Remember the sun well. My goods are of the highest quality. Looking for something specific? Have a good one. You need something? I buy and trade. Greetings. Well met. Light be with you. Need help? Go with honor, friend. See, dude, that's what RuneScape's like, you know. And, you know, I'm sure there's like a plugin or whatever the fuck, but you need some fucking voices. I need some NPCs up in this bitch. I wanna hear the people over in Varlamore be like Nilsol and shit. And whatever the fuck they call me like young grasshopper or some shit like that. Or like the fucking the Jad people or whatever, where I'm like Jaleet Ket Zo what yeah, what was it? Jaleet Ket Zo, you know, all that shit. I wanna hear them call me by my name. Jaleet. That'd be sick. World of Warcraft could do with a bit more of that too, because it is like, you know, so much just like NPC shit like I was just doing. I got caught in a little bit of loop. But human male NPC is definitely one of my more favorite ones to do. I definitely kind of got the voice for it or whatever, but just fun. Even shit though, like the little kind of like rogue trainer kind of shit where it's like, hey there, what can I do for you? You need something? I'm kind of busy. Knock it off. All that shit. Because that's the other thing is if you click the NPC too many times, then you'll get like the little anger dialogue where, you know, you get all that shit. I supply only the finest goods. Yeah, a lot of these chompies like come down on this side, and I feel like I don't notice them at first.
Do you need something? King's honor, friend. Hail.
Hell yeah. What's good, Howie? Good to see you, dog. The fucking Kermit is perfect for that shit. This is a good shit, man. Yeah, I saw you playing some TBC and shit over on Nightslayer. Some good shit. I've been doing a lot of lurking lately. I feel like you kind of know what's up or whatever. Like I hate to be just like a broken record or whatever, but I've been taking care of like a family member. A little bit of a medical episode happened, and so we've been taking care of shit. It's not my brother, thankfully, you know, the one who had a fucking heart transplant or whatever, but and I hate being like so vague and like all that kind of shit, but it's just kind of, you know, like personal shit or whatever, and the details don't really matter like as much, like, you know. It does and it doesn't. Like it would give like maybe a little bit more context to like, oh shit, yeah, you are on like 24/7 like watch duty kind of stuff, but no, yeah, people get it either way. It doesn't need like a ton of explanation, I feel like. So yeah, long story short, just been busy. So I've been lurking a lot because, you know, I do have like kind of time to like listen and all that stuff like on my phone or whatever, but I don't really have as much time to like stream or like, you know, play or whatever else. Like I've been doing a lot of RuneScape on the phone with Twitch app in the background. And if you guys, you know, play RuneScape on the phone, you know that you can listen really well and all that kind of stuff and just have like the video in the like the corner or whatever the fuck. But if you like exit out of like the game to go like type into Twitch or whatever the fuck, then it like logs you out of the game. And you know, it's not, it's, you know, you press play and then you press play again or whatever, like after it loads. It's not that big a deal, but I'll oftentimes just be listening and then, you know, just playing the game on mobile or whatever the fuck, right? While I'm just kind of like sitting there watching and doing my thing. On the WoW itch with pre-patch, dude, see, that's the thing. I was like, you know, there's still plenty of time. Like, you know, there's still plenty of time. I could like boost a character tomorrow. I could boost a character this weekend and, you know, still have a ton of fun and stuff with the pre-patch. But like weirdly enough, I don't have like a ton of like FOMO about it, which is nice, you know? It really comes down to, yeah, and I feel like with you similarly, it's like, yeah, I just kind of like want to play with the homies and like I like the game, so it's just like it's, you know, it's not like a difficult kind of reach or whatever. It's not like, oh, well, you know, I got friends playing, you know, some friends slop game from Steam or whatever that's $5.99 and, you know, blah blah blah, and go buy the game and hopefully I like it or whatever, and then, you know, play with them for a little while. It's like, oh yeah, TBC, you guys want to play? Yeah, fuck yeah, you guys want to play? Yeah, let's play some TBC. It's fucking easy, fucking awesome. Self dap. I'm gonna start doing that shit like way fucking more. I'm gonna steal that from Grays. It's gonna fucking. I already have a little bit, but you know, it's gotta do it way more. Same grind, brother. Where are you at? We're at 183. We've turned in our medium diary. Wow, 3 zeros in a row. Jinkies. We've turned in our medium diary, so at least we're you know, getting some extra spawns here every once in a while. And it's a great way to stay in shape. It really has gone like much faster than I like would have anticipated, you know, like we're already at like 184 kills or whatever, and we only got to get like 300, right? And so, like I've said a few times tonight, you know, it's like a couple of Slayer tasks, no biggie. Just knock them out real quick, and then I don't know. If I like get super bored, you know, before I hit 300, like fuck it, we'll go do like a couple pest controls and come back to this, easy peasy. I do appreciate it too. How you doing, man? Thankfully, dude, it is like one of those things that's like, it's really tough, but it could have gone a lot worse, and it could have been a lot worse. So we're lucky to be like as well off as we are with it. Um, and it's also like getting, you know, noticeably better, like week by week, and you know, even like day to day, a bit here and there. Still, it's just, you know, it's like I keep saying, it's a lot of energy, a lot of time. So I am glad that like I'm glad I went live and stuff tonight. Because I do love seeing all you guys, man. I say it a lot, but just the familiar names that I've known for like a couple of years, you know, or people that like I've met through RuneScape and have still kind of like stuck around with me and all that shit. It's cool. I do appreciate it. And, you know, I don't blame anyone either for like not tuning in or for not watching or whatever other kind of bullshit. Cause like, end of the day, you know, if you're not playing the certain game or whatever, like you don't always like want to tune in the whole time or whatever, you know, maybe stop in, say what up, blah, blah, or maybe you don't at all or whatever. But it's like, I totally get it. It's like, if you're not playing or watching the thing, you know, I don't play like, what's it called? Like Counter-Strike or whatever the fuck, right? So like I have some friends that stream Counter-Strike or whatever, but like I'm not like always watching, like, you know, I might, like I said, stop in like for like the kind of intro part of the stream, you know, that first half hour or whatever, where you're just kind of like chatting and shit. But like once the game comes on, it's like, you know, I might like lurk and fuck around and whatever else. Like I got nothing else to watch or blah blah blah. But like, you know, like I keep saying, you know, typically if I'm not like playing the game, I'm not watching the game, right? So I don't blame anyone else for that kind of stuff. Yeah. Dude, I'm, I'm looking forward to playing WoW again. Like, and that was my first thought and everything. But I think part of it too is even like, you know, again, I'm not trying to be like a sad sack and all that kind of shit. I'm just looking forward to kind of like having the time, to like really even like feel like I can be playing it again and stuff. Keep our eyes peeled for a chompy bird. So right now, for any of my people that aren't playing RuneScape and don't get this, basically we're just summoning these birds by filling up these toads. Weird fucking shit. But the whole reason we're doing this is for this thing called an achievement diary, which, you know, similar to like WoW achievements, right? You do a whole bunch of like weird random tasks and stuff, except for in RuneScape, it's kind of cool. The achievement diaries kind of unlock different little perks and stuff, whether like a teleport or like an armor set or other like little kind of different shit. Like this one's definitely unique in like unlocking like an armor set. But yeah, just like little like quality of life shit. Um, you know, I typically do a lot of comparison stuff, but like I do feel like you know, between WoW and RuneScape, you know, the comparison stuff. But I feel like the achievement diary kind of model could be something really good for Classic Plus because there's oftentimes like a lot of pushback when it comes to like, oh, you know, you can't get, you know, you can't just have teleports here, there, and everywhere. It makes the world feel small and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, it's weird, you know, because in RuneScape we have all these different teleports and all this different kind of shit, but like the world still feels big. And I feel like it feels big almost because of all these teleports even. It's like you still know that like the world is huge and like that's why you're using a teleport. Like every time you make a decision to like use a different one, you're like, "Oh, I'm going to use like this one cuz it's closer to this thing and this thing for that thing," you know. So like I don't know. I feel like it could fit and work possibly like that where it, you know, you unlock these different quality of lives via, you know, achievements and WoW, you know, doing reputations or, you know, all the different like all the little tasks and bullshit, kind of like an achievement diary. Hear about LSJ, dude. I was there lurking when it happened. Like I said, dude, I've been lurking a lot with everyone's streams and shit. I saw that shit live. Fucking I put Gordon and I both put an F in the chat or whatever in like the clan guild chat or whatever the fuck. Because I just figured it, you know, I wasn't gonna see anything that I wrote on Twitch for a while. Dude, that was fucked, man. I felt bad. Like it, you know, it's like, kind of like people said, it's kind of like a bound to happen sort of thing. Like the game is just I don't know, the game's like I don't even I want to say like hard, but it's like, you know, kind of like Kiwi was saying, it's not like, you know, Zulrah isn't like hard or whatever, but like there's just some like different hard hitting shit that like nearly one taps you or like straight up one taps you. And so it's like very like unforgiving for a hardcore gameplay. Todd came to chat to tell you he didn't see it in the moment, but damn, had quite the run. Dude, that's the thing, man. He did all like he did his the thing is he did his goal of 99 Slayer hardcore. And untrimmed even, so you know, first 99, which is hard because you gotta like, you know, not get too much health experience or ranged experience and all that kind of shit. while you're doing that, because Slayer's all combat, and so you gotta divide it up between all that different combat shit. So you got to be like purposeful in everything you're doing, but so whereas most people, they would just kind of like probably, just kind of kill easy shit and take it easy and blah blah blah. Like he's out there doing like all the different quests while he's doing, the 99 Slayer deal, and did like a lot of really hard quests and stuff, So he definitely, he did his thing. I just, now it's kind of the crossroads of like, okay, start a new character or just keep on playing that one. And like LSJ is like really big into, hardcore like game modes and shit like that. Like, on the road to this whole 99 untrimmed Slayer shit, like he like restarted his character like 2 or 3 times because he was getting 43 prayer for the overhead protection prayers, the kind of pally bubble style prayers where it like protects you from melee or ranged or magic or whatever the fuck. So he was getting his prayer up in the wilderness because it's like really fast to do that or whatever, blah 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 blah, and got like ganked twice. So like he already like remade that character a couple of times or whatever the fuck. So it's like he's definitely like dug in when he has like a goal and all that kind of shit. I don't know. I think maybe he just takes some time to find a new goal, but just kind of continue to play the character that he has while he's figuring that out. Because, RuneScape is especially, it's just a game of goals, right? You're just always kind of like moving the goalpost. Goalpost. Nice. But yeah. So I think he'll be fine. He's just gotta like figure it out and shit. But it does suck just because like he spent a lot of fucking time on that, and like I said, he's the type of person who really does like hardcore and stuff. So it's like, he's kind of at a crossroads of like, all right, do I restart or just keep on playing this, or it's definitely a bit of a rough one there. Didn't go out to DC. That's the worst, dude. That does suck dick when it's like out of your control like that. 100%. Are you on iPhone? iPhone app logs you out, but on Android you can have it in the background. Yeah, I main a iPhone. Do you main an Android? Yeah, I main iPhone. It does seem like Android's like way better because you can like split screen your shit or whatever. You can like play it vertically. Like that's insane, dude. Like playing in like portrait versus landscape, that would be insane. I would love to be able to play portrait and just like hold my phone. All right, let's give it a little check. Hey, 217. We're not that far off, baby. We're really not that far off. This is, like I said, this is actually kind of like the easier part. Granted, pest control is easy too, but like, I just, I don't know, for whatever reason, like you just think about like 300 chompy bird kills and you're like, the fuck, right? Restarting an OSRS seems crazy, but you've never been a hardcore player. See, right? Like that's the thing. I feel like people who like hardcore, they got something wrong with them. They got that thing in their brain. Yama, Radiant Doom, Wave 8, challenge modes, HMT, all that shit's challenging. CMS. Was, yeah. I forgot. Yeah. I almost like I sorry, Kiwi. I forgot what I was like kind of talking about with all that shit. Yeah, I didn't remember like what the like sorry, I just forgot like the topic. Yeah. Like about like hard content or whatever the fuck. Oh, because I was saying it's like it's not that the game's like hard or whatever the fuck. It's just that like shit hits hard or whatever. Um no, yeah, it's like yeah, when it comes to like hardcore shit, like if you're gonna play hardcore or whatever, you know, and not die, it's like the game is kind of tough because there's a lot of different situations where you just kind of get like one shot or like nearly one shot. Like there's the potential for that. Shit, even like something as kind of like, you know, arguably introductory as Jad, you know, hits like a 93 or whatever the fuck, right? So it's like, you know, mechanically easy boss or whatever, but make a mistake and you know, might just be fucking one shot. Yeah, this chompy bird shit, definitely not the worst. And, you know, obviously better and better, you know, with the different diaries to help spawn some extra birds. Very lame. Jad and some others are at least safe, quote unquote. Like safe deaths or whatever. I think. Oh yeah, is Jad? Yeah, Jad is like a safe death or whatever, right? But it's not if you're like a group. If you're a group
I'm gonna
Iron Man,
be
then it like
honest,
counts
okay?
as a death or some shit. No, yeah. So there's at least that, like you're saying, you know,
Yeah,
it's
she
you know,
kinda
for some
fucked
of
up.
maybe the more bullshit
But
stuff,
where
like
the fuck
it's a
was
safe
this
death or
hunter?
whatever. But yeah, I think just like in general for hardcore. It's
Where
Edu
was
and
the hunter?
Max
Like, the hunter
Richardson.
wasn't doing anything.
Thanks for the follow and the subscription there. Welcome in, guys. Also, Fighter, looks like I missed your follow there on Twitch. My bad, dog. If you're still hanging out there. Appreciate the follows and stuff, guys. It's always easier than trying to remember a name. If you guys want to come hang out another time. Yeah, I think I really like kind of overestimated the chompy stuff in general. Like, you know, everyone says it's not that bad and stuff, but like, you know, I really like, I mean, shit. We got it done in like 2.5 hours ish, right? Yeah, we're 236 in. Only need like another 64 more. Do 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 do. Boom bum 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 bum. Dude, I should go to like a Ren fair. I'm pretty sure they're like relatively close since I'm in like Orange County or whatever the fuck. Like, I'm pretty sure there's like some up in like LA and, you know, even closer, I think. Might be, you know, some shit south even instead of north. go down towards San Diego instead of LA. Ah, yes, San Diego. It's German for whale vagina. Pretty sure it's Spanish for Saint Diego. What? Nonsense. It was fun though, honestly, like doing like those pest control games, like even though it was kind of just like a monster mash or whatever, it was like, you know, and we only did like those just the 3 quick ones or whatever for you know, the diary stuff or whatever, but it started kind of clicking again where I was like, "Oh shit, dude, all these monsters and destroying the portals and shit." Dude, even on the veteran boat or whatever though, like the games are quick. So like I don't know, like maybe it'll be faster than like what the wikis said or whatever. And I don't know, maybe I try and knock out some combat achievements or some shit and make it go faster. But honestly, like, I don't know. In the time that I would spend trying to get the combat, but yeah, I don't know. I am supposed to get like thousands of points or whatever. So instead of getting like 7 per game, getting 8 per game kind of does add up or whatever the fuck, right? You know, yeah. Oh yeah, dude, the Winter Summit shit. I haven't, dude. I'm such a bad like gamer and streamer and stuff. Like, and it, you know, I can blame it right now on like just everything that's kind of going on or whatever, and I'm like out of the loop and stuff. But even then, you know, even like when shit isn't like this or whatever, I am typically just kind of like bad at keeping up to date, kind of like with what's going on and everything. I haven't like watched the Winter Summit or whatever. Um, and it's funny because like we could have like watched it this whole time, but I've just been kind of like yapping and shit. So I don't know. Maybe we watch it in a little bit here or something. Keep you up to date. Yeah, that's the thing is like it is nice to have you guys to kind of like keep me up to date on it and shit and like look into it and stuff. But that's the thing. It's just like yeah, I don't know. Like I think in part though too, man. It's like WoW has kind of trained me like not to just like look for updates and just for them to kind of be like thrown in my face super last minute. Like that's like what my fucking that's what my like brain has been trained for. It's like it's like it's not used to like regular. It's like when you start dating like a normal chick instead of like dating some crazy chick. It's like, wait, you're not crying after I, you know, bought you dinner or whatever the fuck? That's new. I'm not used to that. I'm used to dating broken ass chicks that fucking hate me and stuff deep down. Like this is weird. Genuine affection? I don't know if I like this. Kind of like it when you hate me a little bit. All you need to know is cow boss plus hard mode. So is the cow boss, is that like a gem crab situation? Like are they making a giant cow for for EXP, or it's like a raid boss? A fucking cow raid boss actually? That's, I mean, they'll make it work. They will somehow make it fucking work, but that just sounds so ridiculous. Like Scurious, but for even lower level players. Okay, so it is a gem crab situation. Okay, I fuck with that. I thought it was gonna be like a cow raid boss, like in raid 4 or whatever, and I was kind of like, okay, like, you know, have faith, you know, they'll hold on, let them cook, let them cook. You know, that's where I was coming at it from. I was like, all right, I mean, shit, a cow boss, like, but no, yeah, if it's like a scurrious thing, like, yeah, that's cool. Shit, and at the end of the day, dude, I don't care if they do a cow boss for fucking raid 4. Like, I'm not some like try hard, whatever the fuck, blah blah blah. Like, I don't know. Dude, at the end of the day, I know how big my dick is. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care about like doing hard content and stuff. I know I know people do it because like it is just like what they like to do and stuff. Like people like to do hard content. Same way with like how people like to do hardcore or whatever, right? You know, one life content or whatever the fuck. Um I do think there's just like a large crowd of people that like just say they like hard content or like engage with hard content just for like the clout and like the accolades and stuff that come along with it, or like perceptively come along with it. Um, just bragging rights and such. Weird. You can't stand. Interesting. You can't get these swamp bubbles because you can't stand here or here, and you can't collect them from there. Now you know. Yo, GM Moose. Good to see you, dog. Hope you're doing well. Yo, I don't know if you've done this Chompy Bird shit yet. Super easy, dude. I know it's like one of those mental things or whatever, like 300 Chompy Birds. I remember what killing like 4 of those for the quest was like. Fuck that. But it's pretty good. I'm using Addy Brutal Arrows, which is like probably overkill. Um, and I made like 500 of them, and I've only used like, you know, up to this many or whatever, like a few hundred. And we're nearly done. 258 of 300. So it's a great way to stay in shape. Try and get that elite void here ASAP. And we get that Chally Berry. Get the little crystal halberd. That'll be tight. Fuck with a little Chally Berry. Right, yeah, it's pretty decent vibes. You know, you just over here inflating frogs. I was trying to Tom Sawyer. I don't know if you get that reference. Do you? Well, I guess I mean, I don't know. In my mind, it's just like so much more an American book. Do you know Tom Sawyer and like Huckleberry Finn? Basically, what I was getting at was I was trying to rope people into working for me by making it sound like it was fun or whatever. Because in the book, I'm pretty sure fuck, dude, I don't remember. I think it was in the Tom Sawyer book, but it was Huckleberry Finn who did it to him, where he was like, oh, like, don't you want to come paint this fence with me? Painting fences is terrible fun, and blah, 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 blah. And then, but he just tricks him into painting the fence for him, He's got Huck Finn. Yeah, man, painting this fence is so great. Don't you want to try it? He sounds like a football player. Yo, Tom Sawyer. Yo, Tom Sawyer does sound like a football player. Again, starting running back for the Eagles, Tom Sawyer. Tom, he's got a chance to break the record here. He is 40 yards short of the National AL West East Division Conference title for yards run in a season. Tom Sawyer's D line for sure. Yeah, I don't know. Tom Sawyer, like, I don't know. I do agree with you. It does kind of it does have that D line kind of name, but I don't know. Off the top of my head, running back just sounded right. Tom Sawyer. He's like Sunshine in Remember the Titans. Just pretty white boy, long golden hair. You know, except he was a quarterback. But what was this? Was it Ronnie Bass? No, Ronnie Bass. I think that was the other. I think that was the other quarterback. Was Ronnie Bass. I don't remember Sunshine's actual name. Hey, Sunshine. Fucking love that shit. Yeah, but so basically, like, okay, long story short, yeah, I was trying to rope chat into like, hey, like, and I don't even know if you can do this or whatever. I was like, don't you guys want to like come over here and spawn all these chompy birds for me? Wouldn't that be great? That sounds like it'd be a lot of fun. We just have like a bunch of chompy birds everywhere. That'd be crazy, right? Yeah, right, GX. Exactly, dog. Can for themselves, can't for you. That stinks. So yeah. I mean, that makes sense. Because otherwise that would be fairly cheesable, right? You know, you get some alt accounts or some buddies or whatever else and just spawn like 600 birds. That would be insane though. Just like, oh, dude, like, dude, just all of a sudden, all these choppies just falling from the fucking sky. Cluck, cluck. Cluck, cluck, motherfucker. Squirk. Oh, I have I have done my Kandarin shit. Um I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I have done my Kandarins actually. Um the one we would need, you know, is what's it called? Elite. But funnily, I mean shit, dude, funnily enough, we're not like that far off the elite, it seems. Like level wise and stuff. They should make Chompies a hunter rumor. That would be pretty cool. I would fuck with that. Mm, maybe like I don't know. I was gonna say like maybe like a different version or something, but I don't know. Yeah. Oh fucking a, dude. Norm. He's played defense for sure. Interesting. I see what you did there. Yeah, guys. Again, just because there's been a lot of you guys kind of coming through and all that kind of shit, I really do appreciate all my friends like popping through and seeing all you guys like I've said in Discord, like I really have felt guilty about like not going live and all that kind of shit, but like you guys know, it's just it's I'm doing like as much as I can, right? So I know you similar to like because I've posted in like the WoW or the you know the like our Discord for our raids or whatever, like the with the WoW boys and stuff, like with Moose and all them. Um, I'll let them know. Goddamn, Faye. J too low. What's good, dog? Love seeing you. See again, like they're you know, I really do appreciate seeing all you guys. Uh, you know, like you know, finishing that thought, like I let the WoW guys know, like, hey, you know, I'm gonna be here and there, whatever, you know. I know it doesn't like really matter. It's not like, you know, it's not like you're losing like a tank or a DPS like in World of Warcraft or like some shit like that, right? But um long story short, like I know you guys don't mind that like I haven't been live. Um and like I know you guys like still care and all that kind of shit, right? Um you got to kind of like choose your words carefully a little bit on that cuz it's like at first it's like, oh yeah, you guys don't care if I'm live or not or whatever. It's like it's not that you don't care, because that almost sounds like, oh well, either way, it doesn't matter. But it's like, it's like in a positive way, like I said, where it's like, you know, um, like you don't mind, right? It's fine that I'm not going to the raids. It's fine that I'm not like streaming every single day like I have been and like all that kind of shit. Um, like you guys are cool and you guys get it and it's all good. And I do appreciate it again. Like I said, like this whole thing started because I was saying thank you guys for like being here and stuff. And yeah, thank you guys because I have been feeling guilty about it, been feeling anxious about it, about like not going live. That is right. And yeah, it can be a little bit like worrying a little bit even to kind of like come back to where even like just a few days or like a week or whatever else, like it's weird how like the mental goes with like all this streaming stuff where like I don't know, you kind of just start to say like, oh well, fuck it, it's like it's been too long or something, right? And like no one's gonna show up and stuff. It's definitely like a big part of that. So again, just super sappy saying it over and over again and all that kind of shit. But thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for coming through and thanks for keeping me company. And thanks for everybody who streams and all that kind of stuff too. Um, a lot of my different streamer friends and all that kind of stuff in here. I know you guys know, but you guys have been a big part of my distraction and stuff. Through all this kind of stuff. Like I've been doing a lot of listening and a lot of lurking while I'm, playing on my phone and stuff. Thankfully, dude, we got fucking RuneScape mobile. Cause like, as busy as I've been or whatever the fuck, right? Like it's a lot of just like 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 what I'm doing is basically, I'm basically just like babysitting, right? When it comes to this stuff right now. That's, kind of like the like level of stuff. Like I'm watching, I'm caring, I'm, making sure like medicine gets, on time and all this kind of other whatever stuff. So I am just kind of like, sitting there a lot, it's just kind of like idle kind of phone time, right? So RuneScape Mobile's really carried and being able to like just watch Twitch while I'm doing that or whatever. But since I'm an iPhone main and not an Android main, it's harder to like, you know, watch Twitch and like type and like do all that shit because I get like logged out of the game or whatever, which not that big a deal, especially like most of the time what I'm doing is like skilling or like some other kind of bullshit, right? But typically I'm just kind of like listening, playing the game, and then like taking care of whatever I am IRL. So I appreciate all you guys. Yeah, much love. Yeah, Moose. It's dope to know you, man. Like for real. It's been a crazy fucking ride, dog. It really has. Really like I'm guessing for yourself too, man. Like this past like year and a half has been insane. Like I would like as much as I like want and everything for like this different stuff to have happened and like I didn't necessarily expect it. Pet Chance only starts after 1,000 for the Elite Diary. Yeah, I'm mostly kind of plucking them just to kind of like get the clutter out because like I would, they're staying tagged even like after death or whatever, right? Like the little boxes. So I'm just trying to kind of like clean it up sometimes. Mental health number one. Yeah, true that, Lord. Like, and that's the thing is I've just been taking care of a lot of stuff. So like, you know, It's like it's mental health or whatever, yeah, but like it's really just like I haven't had like the time. It sucks, Like I said, it sucks, but like, I'm glad things are as good as they are. Yeah. Anytime someone says they can only play a phone game, RuneScape's the most amount of content that you can get. I agree. Like, I mean, shit, dude, I can't think of anything else that like would rival RuneScape's like depth in a phone game. But sometimes you don't want a bunch of depth in a phone game and stuff too. Sometimes you just want to play Bejeweled, right? Sometimes you just want to play like just some fucking some little something. But RuneScape is fucking gnarly for when you want that. Hiding the traces of the Chompy massacre. I wonder, yeah, like how long would those bodies even like? Surely a few minutes they would stay up. Yeah, exactly. No, it's Kiwi. Yeah, I. That's the thing. Is like I know you guys don't mind or whatever. So like, don't worry about being a broken record. I'm a broken record too. Um, it's like especially as, with stream and all this shit. Just make sure the message gets out there. People filtering through and all that. Wow, streamer not streaming. What an ass. See, no, but like there's a degree of like getting used to like certain times and seeing certain people and all that kind of shit and logging in and then then they're not live and you're like where the fuck are you and all that kind of shit but you just got to remember that like people give you a lot more grace than you may like expect, right? People come back, people like you, people hang out, especially just given all the kind of circumstances and stuff. Yeah, it's been a lot of good WoW tracks tonight. And this is like a pretty good like little rock fucking theme for it. Yeah. This is the Invincible, the Wrath of Lich King, his horse's song basically. How many more? 304? No shit. See, dude, we fucking did it. Achievement diary completed. We just gotta go get our fucking hat. Dude, easy peasy. Fucking 3 hours, literally 3 hours to get all 3 of the games done plus the fucking chompy kills. And I still got, dude, I still have 426 of these goddamn brutal arrows. The fuck. Hey, if I want to get the pet later for like 1,000 kills or whatever the fuck, right? AKS. Did I have another Slayer ring? Did I fuck that up? Yeah, kinda, but we'll be fine. We'll go to our house and then we'll spirit tree to the gnomes. Yeah, right, the Ava's device. Did you know about CEngineer before or after I installed it? After. I wasn't familiar with him before the add-on or plugin.
Collection log slot
Completed.
Achievement
diary completed. All right, so we will. Let's just go over here. We'll go to our house. Go to DIQ and then easy peasy.
Pogger.
Fucking A, Glub. See you, another one. Love to see you, dude. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate everybody just, Let me be me. That's kind of what it comes down to. Dude, check out my house. Anybody that hasn't seen my house? My house is kind of bitching. I like, it's not like super optimal as far as like, oh, it's, 3 tiles to this and this, blah, blah, blah. But like, it's pretty good. Like player portal in between these two dealios and stuff. Like, it's definitely better to do like kind of the 4x4 thing, not for loading time, but just for like tile, like move, running from place to place. But, got my dig site pendant, got my shit over here, fairy ring, got my altar that I can change all my spell books at. So, oh, I want the ancient spell book. Oh, oh, I want the lunar spell book. Oh, I want Arceus, I'm gonna go back to standard, I don't have the full jewelry box, but honestly, dude, 82 is enough because like the only thing that's really different about having the max jewelry box is the ring of wealth, and like that has some good teleports or whatever, but like it's not that big a deal. It's like a bigger deal for clues and shit like that, I feel like, and you can still kind of work around it and stuff. It's got some like good ones or whatever, but for me, I was like, fuck it. I just want to get like, I need like, cause I was spending so much time skilling and all this. I was like, dude, I just want to get the ball rolling. Fucking give me my ultra altar. Give me my ultra pool, dude. This thing just fixes everything, fixes my health, my stats, poison, blah, blah. It's just makes you right again. One small thing, and it's kind of like hard to notice, but when it comes to your house, like certain rooms and doors and all that, it's already pre-laid out, right? Like when you make this portal room, it just has the door out in front and then the walls, right? One thing that I really like is that in my house, I don't have any doors leading into a wall. So like, because if you're just kind of like throwing it together, like you run into it all the time where it's like, oh, you put this room next to this room and then now you have a this thing leading just into a brick wall or whatever, and you're like, fuck. But for RP purposes, my house is all like perfect. Every wall is against a wall. The entryways are into entryways, the doors lead into places and shit. Like, it's awesome. I got my gilded bed here. Got a little gold. I went and splurged on the bed. Fuck yeah. You can change how you look over here, like the dresser and the wardrobe and shit. Let's see. Actually, can't I? Don't have any. Okay, yeah. I could light it if I had logs. Because I can use the bow to light it. But yeah, I got my marble fireplaces and shit. Had to spend a little extra on that, but I'm worth it, baby. I like my house. It's kind of pimping. Fucking telescope. Let's see if there's a shooting star. Ah, what's that? A very nice view of the wall. Okay, so maybe I didn't, make my house perfect, but we can fix this somehow. Wait. Yeah, we can fix that, and I should. Shit. If I switch this one and that one, that'd be fine. I could even switch this one with this one and put this one in there. Yeah. Don't worry, guys. Check this shit out. I trust. My tism fixed it. Building mode. Okay, gonna go to viewer, hardly knower. So we are here in the study. We're gonna move the study to here. Bingo. We're gonna move the workshop to there. No. We're gonna move this to here. Done. Fuck. Wait. Shit. No. I am gonna move this back to here because I don't want a door opening into a wall. I don't want that shit. Done. Then we'll move the workshop to here. Done. And then we'll move the study to here. Wouldn't. This might. This might be. I don't know. We'll see. You mount as Eric's? No, I have to get like a bunch of I have to get a bunch of lizard man fangs for that first. Fuck. Yeah, because the telescope, because the doors. If I put it on this very south side. I'm like getting way too anal attentive about this. But I would like the telescope to be usable. And I don't want to just put this door like against a wall. Like I said, I like that like all my shit like flows the way it should. Or wait, did I? Hold on a sec. Does it actually just like change depending on like what's there? Am I just fucking stupid? Cause yeah, Quest Hall, like that does have a door, but then now it's butted up against that and now it doesn't. So I guess if you just put a wall against a door, then it's that just okay, so then I can just kind of flip that shit around. Yeah. Payables, fucking A, dude.
Daddy.
Unreal, dog. Again, I know you're probably thinking, or I don't know, you might be thinking or whatever, but about the donations thing. I definitely do need to get that set up ASAP. So if I have this, I hope you're doing well too, man. Had a pretty nice night tonight. Right now I got like kind of caught up making my making my house better, but we've been doing our achievement diary stuff. So that's been pretty cool. Let's see how this looks. I think this should be alright. Okay, right on. Nice. Now let's go look at the telescope. Ah, an hour and 8 minutes to an hour and 32 minutes. Looks like the star will land in the Feldip Hills or on the Island of Souls. Interesting. This is world 429. So maybe an hour in Feldip Hills. It is kind of cool that there's like an actual kind of like system, you know? I'm just gonna drop all the ogre bellows, and then like anytime I need them, it's super easy to just like get a million of them again. I'm just gonna save the inventory space. Also, let's go and claim our achievement diary. Oh wait, actually, yeah, to the tree, because we're gonna go to the gnome stronghold. You can't really locate dropped ones already? What do you mean? Just remove all doors? Just rotate the room? No. No, okay, yeah, I guess I didn't realize that. Star Miner plugin. Yeah, no, it's like yeah, it's I mean, yeah, plugins and shit, but it's cool that there's like an actual like system or whatever cuz like I don't know, a lot of times like your first thought will be like, well, how would people even, be finding these stars without the plugin or, like that's typically like a thing, how would people do X without the plugin or whatever, right? And it's like, oh, well, there's actually like a little fucking system in the game, that like tells you how. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're. Yeah, you can't locate Yeah, you can't. Yeah. So it's like if it's already dropped or whatever. Yeah, the telescope isn't gonna like tell you where it is. I see what you mean. I swear, dude. Sometimes it's the fucking that one meme. What the fuck was that? The Office. That was a great idea. What was? I talk a lot. I've just learned to tune myself out. Oh, fucking amen. I'm pretty sure like Aya had that as like an alert for a little while. And it's just so fucking true. Huh? I talk a lot. Yeah, it was good, God builds. Yeah, hope you're doing well, man. We had a pretty solid night there, man. Fucking 3 achievement diaries. Now we can get our elite void rolling. I don't, I don't have like the points or whatever for it, right? Like now we got to grind out the points. But hey, the fucking diary is done. Let's even see some of the benefits. Like all ogre arrows, chompy birds, lamps, fucking 1 daily teleport to the fishing colony. Okay, right on. Right on. I'm sure I will find use for this at one point. Ogre arrows. And okay, so 200 commendation points each for the elite void set. Access to the room with the monkey skull in the Temple of Marimbo dungeon. Make the ancient gorilla gree. Unlike the other two, it's made using a skull found at the Temple of Marimbo dungeon. Ah, access to the hunting expert's private red chinchompa hunting ground. Not too shabby. Iswilin now sells crystal halberds for 750,000 coins, which can be wielded. And you get the ability to create himself. Oh, with the 78 craft and 78. Should we go make a chally berry? I think it's time to go make a little chally fucking berry there, bud. Got the fucking weapon seed right there, bud. You ever end up getting fire cape? It's fun. That's crazy, Toasty. First time chat. Yes, we did. It's funny to me that like first time chat, but like that I hadn't had my fire cape yet. But yes, we did get that. First Araxor task obtained, huge. That's a good one, isn't it? That's like some good fucking. That's some good EXP. Yeah, let's go make this fucking Chally Berry. Also, let me go put my crystal armor on. What am I even thinking? Gonna go make a fucking Chally Berry without crystal armor on? TOA. Kind of one of the easier ways to pull it all out. Und that und ja. Ja, das ist gut. Und yeah. Nice. Didn't realize you didn't get it early like everyone else. You must have melted it. Yeah, like like we fucked up, Jad. Like the first time I ever like did an attempt, I had like Eclipse gear. I was on task. Like I had like full Eclipse set, but like, you know, Slayer mask because I was on task or whatever. Like we melted that shit. Like even, you know, didn't like super prep or like, you know, like just before the thing and like I don't know. It took us like an hour or whatever, and then like we died or whatever, you know. Got Jad hands, you know, got nervous. Don't be nervous. But yeah, we did, you know, we eventually ended up getting it there. We actually killed it with Bofa, funnily enough, which, you know, it's funny because like it is, you know, like more efficient because, you know, the fire cape doesn't help you to get Bofa, but Bofa helps you get fire cape, blah 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 blah. But no, yeah, it was like a fun way to do it because, like, yeah, I mean, like everybody else, you know, like was going in there with like rune crossbows and blighted supplies and shit like that, which it's great, and you know, it's great to get like your fire cape early and all that kind of shit. But like, you know, I kind of like the way I did it too, where it was like, you know, you go in there and you fucking smash the thing, you know. I just now realized I have to learn Araxor. Yeah, it's like, sweet, got the Araxor task. Fuck, how do I do it? I think I remember that you're hitting the biggest numbers ever on Jad with that eclipse. It was kind of gnarly, right? Like I was really fucking it up and everything. Like I probably could have even, you know, killed Jad through the healers had I just like not kind of got all fucked up. Because honestly, dude, the eclipse it hits so hard because like it scales off your strength and your strength's so high and like it's real good. Yeah, true that too. Fire Cape like a pretty easy first goal. Like it's like pretty straightforward, right? You got Quest Cape before Fire Cape. No shit. All shaken over pixels do too, not immune. That's the thing, right? It's just nerves. Like sometimes it's, you know, nerves and all that kind of shit. Plus, you know, I had the added thing of like being on stream and shit and like everyone was like flooding me with TTS and all that kind of shit. It does fuck with you. Like not to like, you know, put too much blame on that, but it does kind of fuck with you. Are you guys ready for me to make this Chally Berry? Oh, I do not have the required materials. What the fuck do I need? Probably some crystal shards. Maybe like a hammer too or some shit. What, no one, you know, was gonna tell me that I needed shit? You're all just gonna let me suffer? You're supposed to hum and sing. Oh yeah. Ma, ah, Crystal Halberd. With the help of the crystal bowl, you sing a beautiful song and shape the crystals. Oh, Crystal Halberd. Cha-chung. Holy. It's actually kind of chonky. Is this a two-hander? Can I have an offhand with this bitch? Ah, nah. Okay, it is a two-hander. I mean, it kind of, kind of simplifies things. Let's see. Swipe, stab, stab, slash. Stab, stab, slash. Okay, I fuck with that. I fuck with that. Let's let's do one Zulrah here real quick. Fuck it. Let's do a Zulrah here real quick. I'm on standard spellbook. Dude, I swear, like, man, I don't know. It doesn't really matter either way, but I think I'm just gonna do Cure Me. You know what I mean? Don't make you get members for TOI. Nah, I'm just gonna do a Zulrah here real quick. Let's see what's up. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I kind of do need, but maybe, okay. I don't know. Maybe I do a little cheeky thing there. Okay, so I think no, that's runes for NPC contact, isn't it? Or is it for, I don't know. We'll see here in a sec. Let me go just change the spell book and then we'll go to the farming guild. Go lunar spell book. Okay, yeah, that is the runes for Cure Me. I did have it right. Now let's get the rest of what we need. Let's get a Moonlight Moth mix just in case. We'll do a range. We'll do all three of those real quick. What else do we want to bring? We want to bring just food and a teleport out. Want a teleport there. Right on. Bingo bongo in the Congo. We got all these things equipped. And I don't really know when I should. I guess I would melee if I'm doing combat triangle. What is it? If I would melee the range phase. Never melee? Oh, sorry. Mage or range phase, never melee phase. My bad. I thought you were saying like don't melee. I'm like, what the fuck? No, what the fuck? I got the crystal halberd. I'm gonna spec his ass. So I'll like spec him in like range phase or mage phase. Fury, yeah, dude, I ain't fucking around, dog. I need to get the Zenites and shit though, and then get the crafting up a little bit more. Okay, so we got all that. I feel like I'm missing something, and I'm sure I'll remember once I get there, but it's fine. Chat transparency. Let me see. Chat. Yeah, I think maybe resizable chat. Or yeah, I think. Or maybe no. I don't know. I'm actually Oh, it's an in-game setting. Okay, yeah. I was like, yeah, I don't actually remember. Yeah, you guys are talking trying to like I'm trying to read what you guys are saying about Knox, Hallie, and all this kind of other, like I'll get yeah. I don't I don't even think that's like content I'm doing yet or whatever the fuck. So I'm just like, I don't know. What are you guys saying? um okay, I'll just drink these and get on over. Have I not had sound on this whole time either? Not that it really matters. Damn, I'm hitting his ass pretty hard. I don't like how in the transition it can be like so kind of like hard to start the attack again. God damn, dude. I'm just like kicking his ass. I ate that in the wrong order, but that's fine. Oh shit, was not standing in the right spot. Alright, so I brought this Chally Berry and I'm not even using it. Nice. That was pretty good though. And like, I don't know, I feel like, you know, 2 run or like 2 KC trips are like possible and all that shit. But it kind of just, I don't know, kind of just makes more sense to just go back to the house, get full shit, and then just go back instead of like using a bunch of resources and stuff. I know like timing on pots and stuff or whatever, but I don't know. Let's just do another one there real quick. Oh, I don't have my Raymond stuff. Plus, I would need another little house teleport anyway. That's the thing is like I feel like every time it's like I just kind of need to like resupply and like do my shit anyway. So I don't know. That was pretty good. You know, I didn't use the chally at all, but it's pretty good. It's good. Like I don't know. I was kind of like looking for like the right time where it's like, okay, you know, I'm next to him and blah 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 and all that, and you know, because I'm still trying to like work with staying in like the safe zones or whatever. You'd make great ASMR content, and I appreciate that for real. I've had a lot of people say that they like fall asleep to the stream and all that kind of shit, and it is nice. Yeah, I appreciate it, Razor. I do, man. Um, I hate to say it because, like, man, it's always like around 1 a.m. Where like chat starts to pop off and stuff a little bit. You know, EU wakes up a little bit and all that shit. Um, but I am gonna be wrapping it up here in a little bit. I have to wake up in like 5 hours. Um, but I've been having a really good night with all you guys, and I hate to scare you all away and stuff, but you know. Oh fuck, dude, got ads right then. Let's quick board this. 4 a.m. Eastern? Yeah, right. Yeah, I feel you there, man. Ran right into that. Let me see if I can... Oh, this is where I go there. Ooh, big 50. Fucking A there, right, bud? God damn. What is that damage, sir? What the fuck? Oh, it's because I wasn't even in... That's actually why. I was like, how am I getting hit for like 330s back to back to back? But it's because I wasn't even on the right thing. And it's a great way to stay in shape. Okay, so we're on this phase. Okay, you weren't attacking that whole time. See, again, like that's what it's one of the things I especially don't like is that you can't like attack immediately after, like he's got to kind of like come up again, you know? Got to be like attackable. I forget. Are we on the Jad phase now? I think we are. Yeah. See, it's like, I don't know, oh shit, I was supposed to be over here. Yeah, the first kill I did or whatever, right? Like I did like a shit ton of damage. Killed him like real fast. And this one, you know, not so much. And great, you know, less potted or whatever the fuck, right? But damn. Yeah, just definitely a little bit rough there. I think I missed like a little bit of DPS on some shit, but oh, you know what? I should eat up so I just don't die to fucking random damage like that. Yeah, this one was just like a low DPS kind of thing. But again, you know, this is the part that I don't like and why I think I'm just gonna do Zulrah like here and there. What the fuck? How are you in my house? That's sick. You guys can actually go to my house and shit. That's dope. Hey, anyone that ever needs to, you know, if you don't have an ornate pool and you're on my friends list, you're not an iron, go for it. If you need to change your spell book, you don't got it, fucking go for it. That Chally spec for 50, that was kind of cool. I haven't like, would Chally be okay in TOA? Probably not. Like, or like for the heart or whatever, like would I use that instead? No? Okay. Wait, did you bring your pet to my house? You can do that? Wait, I just tried to pick him up. Did that like break him? Yikes. My bad. Because I don't think I have that pet. Oh, too slow. Is he a fast motherfucker? Um, Charlie for corporeal. Yeah, true that. Yeah, people are bringing up corporeal and like the like the kind of strat and like you go back and forth and like just keep on teleporting to your house and like spec him down or some shit. It seems kind of gnarly. Too slow in most places unless you get lucky on the last hit and moons to kill. Okay. Everything's got a lot of slash defense for Charlie. Okay. Hmm. Well, like if I'm if I'm DDSing the heart and that's like a slash whatever, that's like a slash spec, then like would Charlie be better at the heart on TOA? It's really good in top though. Okay. DDS isn't 7 tick. Okay. Oh, okay. So it's okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I smell what you're stepping in. Yeah. It's got to be a big thing. Yeah. And the speed. Yeah. Okay. This is all making more sense now. But yeah, the multi-hit part, doing a little like AoE or some shit, that could be kind of fun for like Slayer even. Like doing some blood velds or whatever the fuck. But yeah, wait, I got a little distracted. So I did, funnily enough, like, because what I'm about to say, you know, I did get an uncut onyx or whatever from Zulrah, which is kind of insane, right? It's like it's on the same table as like the uniques and shit. That's dope. I got it off stream or whatever, kind of funny. You know, that's how my life goes. But I'm really not impressed with the Zulrah loot otherwise. Like I understand it says like 7 million value, you know, for the 58 kills, but like I don't know, like the grapes are kind of cool, I guess, for like cooking EXP. Um I don't know, like some death runes, some law runes, coal, I guess, you know, logs, I guess, you know, flax, I guess, pure, I guess. Like I'm not impressed with the loot so far. Um Maybe I'm really just looking at it poorly, but you know, like I don't know. You know? People like I've had some people be like, "Nah, yeah, it's, you know, it's not that great." And then I've had people be like, "Oh no, but it's so good for irons and all that shit." And I'm like, "Fuck, like I don't know. I get like yeah, there's some seeds kind of coming through and stuff. Like I can kind of see the line, but just overall like I'm not very impressed with the loot." Should have done Zora when it was dropping 100 D-bounds. Yeah. Yeah, you should have been playing the game, you know, years ago. I appreciate you guys. It's fun. It's fun hanging out and shit. I'm gonna wrap it up here though. I gotta get to bed and get everything going here. Appreciate you guys. I'm gonna be up in like 5 hours. I really am gonna keep on trying to stream like, you know, these little blocks at night and stuff and keep everything going. Razor, I appreciate you, man, hanging out Discord, always chatting, all that shit. I do need to get into some raids with you guys. Tonight was a pretty productive night. We got all of our Western Province diary done. So now we can work on grinding our Elite Void, which is something that I can kind of do on my phone. I feel like I can do pest control on my phone pretty comfortably, right? So like that'd be a good thing for me to kind of like grind out because I'm doing a lot of phone play at the moment with the kind of, you know, with how busy life is at the moment. Um, so yeah, it's all been good shit. I appreciate Got Builds for real, man. Appreciate all you guys. Razor, Blake, Got Builds, uh, Sub Definer Things, Norm. Like got a lot of people that have been in here for a while and a lot of new people and stuff. I appreciate y'all. Outlier big drops rules and scales are fuel. Hope you I appreciate you too, Lord, over there on YouTube, man. Take it sleazy, dog. Appreciate you being there. Let's see and find somebody to send you guys off to real quick. Yo, payables. Thanks for you being here too, man. Thanks for everybody. Sorry if I missed anybody's name. If you want me to say your name, say something in chat real quick, and I'll make sure to say thank you. If you guys want to say something in the next chat, maybe the real blank was the friends we made along the way. What should we make it this time? Maybe the real. Let's see who we're rating. Maybe that'll give us a little inspiration. I think LMGD. Thinking LMGD. Hey, just started. Nice. Easy peasy. Is Slayer rushed to 95? Damn. Maybe, Let's go with farts. Maybe the real farts. Dude has been going ham. Maybe the real farts were the friends we made along the way. Yo, Faye, appreciate seeing you, man. Yeah, I did GX. I was actually there live, dog. It was kind of gnarly. Kind of sucked. Yo, GX, take it sleazy, dog. Appreciate seeing you here, man. It's funny seeing my house, man. That was actually unexpected as hell. Sub for the thumbnail? Yeah, appreciate that shit, dog. Thank you. Take it sleazy, guys. Appreciate y'all. Hate for the long goodbyes. We'll be back. I need to keep it up. I need to keep it up and keep streaming and shit. He died on his hardcore during Dragon Slayer 2. Fucking rip.